Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one, we fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Fate on repeat. Stand strong over snowstorm. Running on and on, we will not, but we stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm.
And what is up, everybody, on this, for me, snowy Saturday? I don't know about you guys, but we got some snow today. So it's cold, it's snowy, it's perfect time to just sit around and watch some good TV, right? Can't go wrong with that. But what's up, everyone? And as always, to my two amazing co-hosts, my bestie and, our other bestie, because he's just our bestie now, Mrs. Scarlet and James. How are you guys this evening?
Doing good. Ready to check out some new stuff.
Yep.
Yes, I think this is going to be a good one. I enjoyed it. It's a Korean show called Study Group, and it basically follows this group of teenagers that go to a very violent kind of school to where instead of learning, they fight. And that's more important to these kids than actually studying. And then you have this kid who comes in who really wants to learn and study, but also happens to be a master of martial arts in the process, because he heard that, studying martial arts helps your brain. And he's just so into studying, he became a master of martial arts, hoping it would help him do better studying. So, and just they kind of have to fight this gang that's in the school and all this corruption, and it's a fun watch. So I'm excited to see what you guys think about it.
Nice.
It's almost as popular as All of Us Are Dead. So it when I put the poll out on my channel, it got 70% of the vote for what they want to see me cover next. So this is why Study Group kind of came into be. Unfortunately, there is not an English dubbed version of this show anywhere. It just doesn't exist. So it is subtitles only. But I don't mind subtitles. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys mind subtitles?
Usually not.
It's 50-50. It just depends on the show.
It
I'm not a big
well,
subtitle person, just because I feel like it takes away from trying to view it sometimes.
it
But
does. It does. But this has got so much action in it that the subtitles are you get it's more action than it is kind of story, and so it's really good. And it's very popular. I didn't realize how popular, and I got so many requests for when I was going to start doing stuff with Study Group. It's a new show. It came out in 2025, so it only has one season, but it did so good that they're already in the kind of production for the second season. And I believe the lead guy that you see in the thumbnail here with the glasses, I believe he had to go to do his military service. So they were just waiting for him to come back from his military service. And then they were going to immediately kind of start filming. Because in Korea, every male has to join the military at 18. You don't have a choice. It's something that you have to do legally in their country. So every kid who turns 18 has to do a stint in their military. Very different from here. But no, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. And I threw up a couple of shorts on the channel. They're not really spoilers. They just kind of give a couple of the good fighting scenes that you get to see in some of them. So just to give you an idea of how this show works. But it's good. Like I liked it. And this is new to me. I watched it only a couple of weeks ago because so many people were recommending it, and I saw it on so many of kind of the stuff that I watch, and it was worth it. And I believe it's got 8 episodes. And they're short episodes. They're not as long as All of Us Are Dead. All of Us Are Dead's episodes toppled out at like an hour, 15 minutes, sometimes even a little longer than that. These are like 45 minutes. So they're much shorter than All of Us Are Dead.
okay.
But do you guys like action? Is action kind of, I know we're always talking about horror and, zombies and all that kind of stuff. We've covered a lot of horror stuff here. We haven't really dabbled in action.
Yeah, 50-50. It's not my top genre, but there's a few things in there. I mean, out there I'll watch.
What about you, James? You like a good action flick?
Yeah, I may be in a minority as far as depending on what type of action, as far as if it's just action for action's sake, maybe not. But I've always been a big fan of kung fu movies and stuff, so I like that. Given that, though, like take John Wick for an example. To me, that's just, I understand the universe and everything, but watching it just seems like every movie is kind of the same as far as that's all it is. That's it.
Right.
If that's what you're into, there you go. But to me, that wasn't the greatest. And I know I'm in probably the minority for that. But as far as just kung fu movies,
Yeah.
and karate movies. So especially, if this is anything like the vibe of All of Us Are Dead because of the school and the kids and younger people, I think I
Yes,
might be
very
into it.
much.
So
Very much.
we'll
It's this
see.
feel and concept of, these kids struggle throughout high school. So they deal with the bullying. You deal with, your kind of gang of bullies and the people who run the school. It's like this kid really he's not the smartest, but he puts so much effort into studying because he wants to study. Like he genuinely wants to learn and go to college and do all that stuff. And he somehow ended up in this school to where fighting is what matters. Like they have a website to where they're all ranked. And instead of by their academics, it's where they are in fighting. Because this gang member just kind of took over the school and they have money and power. And so not even the teachers go against this kid. And so he kind of comes in and wants to change all that. And you have the teacher who wants to change all that. So it's pretty, it's got a good story. It's definitely got that same kind of feel as All of Us Are Dead with the high school kids.
Nice.
So I know we got Jen the teacher in Discord, and I know Vic is going to be popping in at any minute, but I guess we'll give it, what time is it? 9:17. I guess we'll go to 9:20, and then we'll get ready to hit that play button. But while we're waiting, What are you guys up to? I know Scarlet's gonna be gaming, doing the games.
Yep, just keeping up with them games. All the Fallout, all the raiding.
Oh, and Terry says study group is anime-esque with how they adapted the fight scenes. Yes. I do love how it has that kind of feel to it. Even the intro, when you get to the intro part, it's very anime, and this is based off of a webtoon. So it's another thing, just like All of Us Are Dead, based off of a webtoon. And I actually finally found a website. I'll put it up in the Discord where you could read the webtoons and see them. And it was so interesting watching, like seeing the All of Us Are Dead one and the differences and what they kept and what they changed. So I'm gonna check out the study group one next.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yes, I agree, Terry. It is a fun watch if you enjoy Korean dramas. And you know me, I'm a K-drama lunatic. I love them. I'm actually working on my top 20 video right now. So I'm going to let you guys know my top 20 kind of picks that I watch, because everybody's been asking me kind of what do I watch? What am I into? I'm into a bunch of stuff. So when I put up the poll, it was this, Vincenzo, Trigger, and I believe Taxi Driver. Those were the 4 choices I gave people, and everybody chose study group. Even though the other 3 are also really good if you have not seen them, especially Vincenzo. It's kind of a nod to me being Italian, and it's another fun watch.
What's up, Vic and Makers? Welcome.
What's up, Maker? We are in Scarlet's Discord if you want to come and watch the episodes while we talk about them. Let me drop Scarlet's link. Where's my phone?
Hang on, let me see. I might grab,
because I know it's in the description of the video, and you could also find it in James's Discord as well.
I think I got it. What's up, Chris?
I sent the link. Scarlet sent the link.
Yeah, you got the link, honey. And see, Terry says, I'd like a breakdown on that. Now I want to check that site out. Talking about the site you were talking about.
Oh, yes, I will. After the stream, I will put it up in the Discord, and I will. It has all of the webtoons, and it's a pretty interesting site. Now, of course, you get like the basics, because eventually to unlock other stuff, they want you to do the subscription. But they have study group for free, and they have All of Us Are Dead for free. So those are the only 2 I've checked out as of right now, but there are a few more that I'm going to be looking for. But so far, the website seems to have everything.
And there is the link to the Discord. That should just send you into the Discord, and you'll find us in the watch parties. Or should I have just done this one instead? Actually, I'll put one up for the actual watch party invite.
Yes, and if you can't get into Discord, the episodes are available on Viki Rakuten. That's the only website in our location of the United States, if that's where you are, to watch study group. But I know it is available on Netflix in certain regions. You're just gonna have to kind of look up your region to see if that's where it's available for you.
And that link should send you directly to the watch party. But if you want to pop in the Discord so that you can get your headset or anything like that situated before you pop in on us, that is just a link to the Discord. That'll send you into sort of the general chat area. And then this one will send you into the actual watch party. And welcome, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up?
You ready? I asked Scarlet and James, are you action? Do you like watching good action?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right? So I said this is a little pivot from what we normally cover. We typically do a lot of horror around these parts and game stuff. So it's going to be a nice change of pace to see some good kind of action. The fight scenes are incredible. Like the fight scenes for this show are absolutely just so much fun to watch.
Oh, I can imagine. Oh, I'm a big fan. I like kinds of movies. Action movies are pretty well, depending on which ones they're pretty good. Yeah.
Yes. So I guess we'll get ready let me just open up my iPad and we'll get ready to start. Pull up screenshots. We can do this, Scarlet. We can do this.
You got it. Chris, you're giving us the feedback, I think.
Wait, on Discord or here?
Was it in Discord? No. I know it's gone now. There for a second, it was looping or something. I don't know. It fixed itself, whatever it was. Maybe it was I was hearing you in Discord or hearing us in Discord or something. I don't know. That was weird because mine's muted too.
That was weird. I heard it for a second too, but now it's gone.
It's gone. It doesn't matter. It fixed itself.
It did, like StreamYard loves to do. Because it's got a mind of its own.
I'm muted in Discord. If there's a problem, just let me know if you think it's me.
No, it's fine. It fixed itself. I didn't know if it was maybe it just had, which you know better. You know not to have YouTube up, but I don't know. It was just like a weird loop there for a bleep of a second. You're good now.
Okay, let's get into.
Oh, good.
So yes, it's gonna have to do some reading with some subtitles. There is not a dubbed version available for this show, so it is subtitles only. And I looked everywhere. For a dubbed version, and there just is not one.
You see, you guys, I have it. I'm playing the movie, so I have it on full screen. So I'm not going to see you guys in chat to highlight you guys. But what I can do, hang on, let me see.
I could see the chat. Well, I could move that up.
Dazed and confused. What's up, Tex? No, we were watching Study Group, K-drama.
Are we watching Dazed and Confused?
We live Dazed and Confused.
I was like, because if worst case scenario, I can move Chris closer to me and I can pull up the show comments on stage. At least they'll be there.
Nope. I'll go back and forth every so often.
Alrighty. All right. Well then,
teamwork makes the dream work.
There we go.
I sound really old saying that just now. I bet you I did.
It's fine.
Oh, and before we get started, I do want to say thank you to everybody who gave my mom a birthday message for her birthday. I played the video for her today. She absolutely loved it. She wants to say thank you to everybody. It made her day. She was so excited. And she recorded a birthday thank you message to everybody, which I'll play for you guys in the Discord. I'll put it up there. But another big shout out to my mom. Happy birthday. She turned 75 and she loves all you guys, and she said thank you very much.
Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday, Mama Susie.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yes. Especially Mr. James and his guitar. She got all flustered.
No,
she got all flustered.
He's got to watch out. He's got a secret admirer.
If you were trying to make my mom basically love you to pieces, it worked.
Awesome.
It worked. She's hooked. But yep, so this is episode 1 of season 1 of Study Group. It aired in 2025, and this is going to be fun. So
you let me know. I will press play. You can
I guess everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Does everybody else hear it?
Yeah, can you not hear it?
I had to turn my volume up on Discord, but I can hear it.
I can turn it up a little bit more. I was going to say, if y'all turn your volume up too on Discord, it makes it... Because if I turn it up, I can't hear you guys. If I turn it up too much, I won't be able to hear anything everybody else is saying.
I think it's good.
All right.
And this is our main character. Like, he truly just wants to learn and study. Like, he really wants to be smart.
Don't we all?
But he's not like the poor kid. Like, he's he has trouble. He's not the best student. But he tries. He tries really, really hard. But as you can see, he doesn't do that well. So he ranks kind of low out of all of the students. But he doesn't want to. They feel bad for him.
More cowbell.
And he studies everywhere. Like even like look, he's in church just like studying. Like, oh,
Nerd.
he really wants to be a nerd, but it's he has difficulties. And all the kids, like nobody wants to study with him because they know he's not the smartest. You feel bad for him. Like you feel bad. Look at all these little brats. So he hears about this high school and he thinks he's going to be able to go there and do really well. And little does he know. Little does he know what he's walking into.
Oh
It's
boy.
yeah, it's just like it's a fighting school. Like he's just
Hmm.
poor kid. Yeah, they all smoke and he ranks 219 out of 220 students.
That's
And he's
rough.
actually trying.
That's rough.
It's so yeah, I feel bad for him. Like all the other kids are like asleep and stuff and he's really studying and can't seem to catch a break. It's a fun watch. I had fun watching the show. It was a different pace from like the horror. So it was a fun action watch.
It definitely seems like it has comedic elements to it.
Yes. It does have its funny moments too.
Yeah.
Cuz the kid's just like so oblivious. Like he's a master fighter, but he doesn't want to fight. He wants to learn. So he just tries so hard not to fight.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a school of like degenerates.
It's like a Jon Snow. Doesn't want to be king. He doesn't want it, but he has no choice.
Pretty much. So he's
Yeah.
trying to find people to form a study group.
Mm.
So he like looked at the one kid out of like everybody who actually looks like they want to study. And so he tries very hard to get this kid to come be part of his study group. Kid's like, "What? What do you want?" And see, they're all ranked by their fighting skills. So now so that they just fight.
Gotcha.
But they're not good fighters, these two. As you could see. I forgot about the screenshots for a second. No, they're not fighting over grades. They don't give a shit about their grades. Fighting is what
Right.
matters. No, I was answering Miss Jen, the teacher. Yeah, they're not fighting for grades. They're fighting to
Over
just,
rank.
yep,
Rank.
that's what's
Yeah.
important. And so as you can see, the kid was 173, and now because he beat up this kid, he jumped up to 170. So he's all excited. And now they get introduced to the new teacher. And he recognizes her because she used to be his tutor. So he's like asking her, well, one day will I be good? Will I be smart? And she has no idea like what's going on either. Children. And that's one of the main bullies of the show.
Big bad. The big bad.
Yeah, but he could actually fight. Just smacks the shit out of him. Like, did you just throw my coffee?
I don't blame you, Terry. I'd be like, I'm out. They don't pay me enough for this.
Yeah, right? Same. Same. But now, as you can see, they're betting on it. Teacher's getting mad, though. She's getting mad.
Teacher's a little cutie, though.
She's
Just
very
saying.
pretty.
Yeah.
She's very pretty. But she can't wrangle these kids together.
Oh, hell no.
But they listened to him. You saw that, right? Like, he was like, you heard her. Get back to your seats.
Commands respect. Yeah.
Pretty much. Jen, who's in charge? Nobody's in charge. Little
The inmates.
gangster gangbanger.
Yeah. The
you'll
inmates
see
run the
gets
asylum.
introduced, pretty much. And like they smoke, and she's like, what the fuck is going on in school? But yeah, she used to be his tutor. And so like they kind of team up because they want to change the school. But then it gets into like a really kind of darker story when they're fighting the gangs and because in Korea, that stuff's all still very prevalent. The gang still runs stuff, and money still very much matters. And this bully that's got all these kids worrying about fighting basically comes from a shit ton of money. So he basically runs the school.
Ain't that the way, though?
Terry says this is the type of school where the principal would take students' money for good grades. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. But he's trying to get this kid to be his, like, part of his study group.
Music's got that like early 90s hip hop feel.
Yes, hip hop is very big in Korea. And then he gets all excited because he sees him go to the library. He's like, oh, yay, he really wants to study. So he's like getting all excited. But he just kind of sleeps there.
Hmm.
The kid's getting annoyed. He's like, oh, I wish I had a friend to study with. And the kid's getting all pissed. Gives him a snack. He's like, here, this will help you study. He gets up and leaves him. But he's just so clueless. Like, that's what I love about him. Terry says the music in the show fits perfectly. It does. He's trying so hard. He's like, you win. You win. I like cake.
Hmm.
He's trying. He's trying to teach him. He's trying to explain to him, like, this is how it is. But he's like, but what about the pieces that are on the knife? And the kid's like, what? And that's the jackass principal.
No smoking at school.
Right? But again, he doesn't give a shit. Like, you could tell he's on the take somehow. Like, just look at him. Like, he just seems like such a scuzz bucket. so clueless. I love him. He said, I think you're stupid. Then he gets so sad. He's so sad. He's trying so hard. And he's like, you study. Look, you got here, babe. You got calluses on your fingers. Stop fronting like you don't like to study. There it is.
Hmm.
So that's all that matters in this school is that ranking app on where they rank when they fight. So that's like the big villain of the show.
Mm. I'm assuming these kids don't plan on going to college. Like, I don't know.
But he wants to, and he's trying to convince the other kid to care about that. But the kid's
Right.
trying to explain to him that that doesn't matter in this school. All that
Right.
matters is where you rank, where you fight. Like even the teachers, it does not matter.
Until you get to your senior year and you're graduating, and then it's like, well, where do I go now? What do I do now?
So the kid just this other kid kind of gave up on studying. Like, what's the fucking point?
Right. Right.
So this kid's coming in trying to be like, no, like he's trying to win him over.
What grade is the kid? Are they both seen? Do we know what grade they're in?
10th.
10. Okay. All right.
But he's new to the school, so like
Right.
he's trying to explain to him, yeah, none of this shit matters. But he doesn't know how good of a fighter this other kid is. He just doesn't want to fight. But eventually he gets dragged into it, and then they become rivals because one's trying to turn the school into an actual school, and he wants to keep the school as like this just fighting kind of place where he makes a lot of money. So he's the number one student in school.
How many more? They got 3 fucking helicopters.
And he is basically under the other guy.
Hmm.
want to steal more? Or should I
Like
just
she
do
wants to
something?
do something.
How many more?
Like
But
apparently nobody told her what the job description was when she took this job.
yeah, she has no idea what kind of school this is. And as you can see, the teachers didn't even give a shit. And so now he's trying to save the kid.
Hmm.
So he's trying to help the kid. It's funny hearing them rap in Korean.
We've jumped from the 90s to the early 2000s
Right?
with the rap. Yeah, with the music.
And he tries to help. Here, babe. But he's trying to explain to him, like, you're not helping me. Like, they're just gonna come after me even more. And that's just because he doesn't know yet that this kid can fight.
Gotcha.
So he's like, you just made it way harder for me to survive at school. It's like, so he's the smartest kid in the school. He's just the worst fighter. So
Hmm.
he kind of just takes his licks and tries to just get through school.
It's kind of natural if you think about it. Usually in real life, it's that way.
Terry says, how'd she not like Google the school or something before she went there? It's got to have a bad reputation. True, I guess she didn't do her proper research.
I was gonna say, where's the PTO? Right? Don't they have like a, I
And
don't
so
know,
see,
high
like
school?
this kid just won't leave him alone. So he's kind of right. Such an asshole. But he can't fight, so he can't defend himself. Now you start to see like his training and everything. Like he's a
Hmm.
badass. And like allegedly he's really doing all like that exercise, like the stands and stuff. That's actually really this kid.
You're not in it? I thought I was doing you a solid.
One punch knocks him out. But then he feels bad. He's like, "No, wake up. Are you okay?"
Car's good.
Take a seat,
He's
kid.
like, "Okay." He's still breathing. He's still breathing. We're good. We're good. He's like, "I got your back. Join my study group. Nobody will fuck with you no more."
And Jim, you might want to call your insurance company.
But he's still scared.
You might want to call your insurance company.
But then he hits him. He's like, same reason why I'm scared. Why'd you wear the mask if you're not, if, you know, you still tried to hide your identity? So you're just as scared as me, basically. He's like, see, you don't want a target on your back either. So you feel for this kid, like he's just struggling. Like he's another one, he wants to study, but he just can't defend himself, fighting.
Mm.
But then you get a little bit of his backstory now here with his dad. Like his dad is kind of like, you can see he's a little bit of an alcoholic, and he's telling the kid like high school, like school doesn't matter. You have to learn a trade. You need to become a welder like me.
Pipe fitter,
So he
electrician,
doesn't really
plumber.
support him studying either. So not only is he at a fucked up school, his father is like, you have to go to welding school, like forget high school. You need to learn a real, like that sort of job. So he's struggling. This kid's struggling.
Damn.
Yeah, so he's just damned if you do, damned if you don't. So he's got it rough. So you kind of get seeing the setup of how he's starting the study group, and this is the first person he's trying to recruit into his study group. So the kid left him all his books, trying to. And he wrote down his notes. So he hears his mom's friend say her son joined a study group and started to get better grades. So he's trying to join a study group because he wants better grades. But he gets rejected from everybody.
Mm.
So he's just sad. But he actually, his mom's like, it's okay. Like, if you're not good at studying, you'll be good at something else. So his mom's actually really, really nice. Because that's important in the Korean culture is good grades.
You don't say.
That,
Yeah, right.
that matters over there. Not like here. So this is kind of like the building of the story. You're seeing kind of like they all got to this school, and now the teacher and the new kid want to change it, and this is kind of where their journey begins to make that kind of change. And she's like dreading to go back. She's like, I don't want to go back, but I'm a teacher. I have to go back.
Jim?
Yeah.
As she gets mad, she sees him smoking again because she dragged all those drums away and somebody put them right back.
The self devotion of this teacher is it's beyond the
Yes.
pale. Yeah.
But now she thinks like, okay, the guy's saying something, but the school inspector's there, so he's panicking. So he's like, you got to get rid of the drums. And she's like, what? I did get rid of the drums. But now the inspector's there and he's telling her to do it again. She's like, fucking shit.
Jim back up.
So yeah, like and this kid comes in, he's got some history with the school, and his story becomes more prevalent later on. Like he's trying to tell her, you're not going to be able to change the school. Like people tried and failed.
Imagine caring this much to get paid so little. You know, it's like, all right.
Well, actually, in Korea, teachers get paid very well.
That nigga took off mad fast.
I still wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know.
The job
Yeah.
is still considered very important, being like an educator.
What are you supposed to do? You know what you're supposed to do.
He's just trying so hard with the kid. But then he starts to come around because he ends up leaving him his book. So it's like he's starting to kind of come around. So he gives the kid his notebook. He gets all happy. Kid's like, oh my gosh.
So confused.
And here we go with this kid again. And he's like, nah, man, give me my book back. And the inspector's just like walking around. So he's trying to cover up all the bullshit that goes on there. He's like, nah, what's over there? Such an asshole, this principal. You're all like, what the fuck? Guy's like, what's going on up there? They all run. And the kid's like, don't worry, I got this. You go. And here's where you really get to see what a nice fighter he is. He sets that dude's book on fire. He's not even trying. Just mushes him out of the way. He burnt his book. Not cool. You made him angry. And he's not really, he's putting no effort into it. Look at their faces.
Watch out for the flaming bag.
Pretty much. He's nice though. Right? Body shot. And just the force of his kick. The other classroom's like, what the fuck was that? Knocked his ass out again. But he's like checking on him. Don't pass out. Are you right? But none of them know that they're talking about that kid. And now he's kind of... He's like, never knew you guys even knew where this place was. And he left him a little snack. So he goes and gets the book back. He's like, I'm sorry about your book. Dude's like, I'll do it. I give up. I'll join your study group, damn it. He gets all happy. He's all excited. He's got his first study group partner. And that's the end of the first episode. So what'd you guys think?
It's an interesting premise. Is this only one season so far, or?
Yep, its first season just aired last year. And they've confirmed that there will be a season 2 once our main character is done with his military stint that he has to do, which should be soon, I believe. And as soon as he's done, they're going to start filming.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yep. So it's basically as popular and probably not as popular, but as All of Us Are Dead. It's
So
got
this is
just as big of a fan base.
so this is Korean, you said?
Yes.
Gotcha. You know, it's pretty good. I mean, it's fantasy, right? So you have to look at it like it's a little bit of fantasy, especially in Korea. Like, I don't know how realistic this would be, even in America. Like the premise of the whole show.
Right,
know,
that type of
like
school.
for one kid to not go home and tell their parents about what's going on in school actually happening, you kind of have to suspend disbelief a little bit. But if you put that aside, I can see where they're trying to go with it. You know what I mean? So I'm curious. That's how I look at it. I'm curious.
Right, okay, so it piqued your curiosity. What about you, Scarlet?
I mean, it's okay for what. It's not my kind of show. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really my kind of jam. But I mean, for what it is, it's okay.
It's okay. What about you, James?
You know, it's interesting enough to kind of see where it's going, where it goes. The kid seems like he's going to be a good fighter, and
Oh,
once it
wait,
kind of
it
opens
gets
up, you know,
yeah, it gets better. The fight scenes get
it should get
bigger
better.
and
Um,
more, and yeah, that was just a little like he wasn't even trying. He was not even trying.
Well, I just hope it like there's a little bit more substance to it because right now it's just kind of
There is like this is just kind of like the
superficial.
introduction
Yeah,
to the world. Like,
yeah.
okay, you have this school, you have this new kid who comes in who actually wants to learn and study. You have the teacher who's new, and as the kid said, you know, you're not going to be able to change the school. People have tried. So they've just haven't been able to stop, because stopping corruption in Korea is not an easy thing to do. Like it's corruption, money talks. So for somebody who doesn't have that type of power, it becomes very, very difficult. Jen, the teacher, says, I like it so far. I really like the fighting. She says it shows that everyone is good at something, even if it's not school. There is something you will find that you are good at. Like, yeah, that's kind of like what his mom said. And even his trainer in the beginning looked at him and said, why don't you just become a master martial artist? Like, you basically are one. And he's like, no, I want to learn. I want to study. I want to go to college. So what he's good at is martial arts.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of characters in the school or the show or whatever. I just hope to a little bit more, flush out the characters, a little
They
bit
do,
more
like Terry
development.
said, they also give reason to why some of the characters fight and go to that school. Yeah, you start to delve into like all of their backstories a little more, and just seeing what they're up against. Like they're basically going up against a Yakuza type of gang. Like the main bad kid's father is like runs one of the most powerful gangs like in this area. So not only is the kid backed by money, you know, he's backed by a pretty powerful dad that like, so nobody has been able to take them down in this school as of yet. And you kind of get into the story of one of the people who did try, and that gets into the kid's story who was helping the teacher move the barrel. So you get to see, like, they do go way in depth more of these kids' backstory.
Because I almost see like an us versus them type of setup, right?
Yes, that's pretty much what it
Kind of thing.
is.
Yeah. So I'm just curious to see how that plays out, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's not going to be for everyone. So I'm just thankful that Scarlet, that you're giving it a whirl. I know I've thrown you in
Yeah, like
many
that. I could see like
whirlpools.
why it's a good show. I can see why people are into it. I'm just not typically into dramas to begin with, like just a pure drama. I mean the fighting's cool and everything, but it's just you know me. I like my sci-fi, I like my mystery, I like my horror. I like something else extra to catch me into the show to actually get me into it. If I was younger now, I probably would have liked this a little bit more. Like a Degrassi or something like that, but a little bit extra.
Yes.
I'm just like I said, I guess I've kind of grown out of it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Scarlet
it is what
doesn't
it
want
is.
no drama. No drama from
Like, I mean,
Scarlet.
I got enough drama.
Well, I do know once we're done with study group, I will probably do Parasite the Grey. It's a 1-season mini series that came out on Netflix, and it is right up your guys' sci-fi alley. Alien invasion, alien parasite, fighting, all that kind of sci-fi stuff. It's so after we get through this, I will give you a nice one in the sci-fi genre. Now, it wasn't one I typically enjoy because I'm not the sci-fi person, but you and James will love it. It gives you all the sci-fi for your sci-fi.
Wait, Parasite. There's a show.
Yes, it's a Korean, it's a K-drama called Parasite the Grey, and it's based off of another, I think either webtoon or manga. I forget which one, but it's an alien invasion show, and it's very sci-fi.
50-50 then. Like, see, and even with aliens, like, I'm picky. I hate, I mean, I guess the more we get into some of these shows and stuff, I get really extra picky. I'm a little bit more of a snob. But even in sci-fi, I like my sci-fi, but like, there's a reason I never really got into Alien versus Predator. Not quite my
Yes.
sci-fi.
Parasite is awesome. And I'm not a sci-fi person. Like, me with sci-fi. I do not go to that genre typically. And this
Right.
was an easy story to follow. The aliens were really cool, and it was a different take on kind of how they take you over and what they are, and like it's another good one. Or Sweet Home. I haven't decided because Sweet Home is another, you want monsters and horror and all that good stuff, kind of like All of Us Are Dead. Sweet Home is another really good one.
Hmm.
I just wanted to dabble in something different. I was just like, let's see how this action one kind of plays out. So yeah, Parasite is really good. It's on Netflix, and it has a dubbed version, so you don't have to do the subtitles if you don't like them. Same thing with Sweet Home. They also have a dubbed version if subtitles, But yes, this one's definitely, it's got the drama, it's got the action, but people absolutely went nutty for this show. And I could see why. The characters are really good. Once you meet some of the other characters and they get their whole group together, it's just an amazing kind of group. And what they have to go through to kind of fight to just learn and go to college and get good grades. They basically have to take on this corrupt kind of hierarchy that's going on at the school. Yeah, Sweet Home was good. And it's coming back. It's coming back for a 4th season eventually. So it's been greenlit. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, Sweet Home.
How many? Oh God, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
They do one
I think
season.
it's got 3 8-episode seasons,
Oh
I
wow.
believe. Or it was one
Hmm.
season, and then the second season was broken down into 2 parts. I forget how they worked it. But it's all on, those 2 are both on Netflix.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, everybody get your popcorn, refill your drinks, roll your blunts, joints, pack your bowl, and we'll get ready for the second episode.
Yeah. I heard they upped the price of Paramount Plus. I don't know if anybody. I don't get it myself, but
God, I haven't done Paramount Plus Scarlet since we did Evil,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they took over
right?
UFC.
Or is
Yeah.
that what Yellow Jackets is also on?
Well, that's Showtime, but now it's Showtime with Paramount. Like they lump them together. Like it's weird.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I think we were able to watch Yellow Jackets on the Paramount, if I'm not mistaken.
I watched that on Showtime, but then Showtime got sucked up by Paramount because they're all owned by CBS, and now I guess Sky, what is it, Skynet or whatever the hell?
Don't say
Um,
Skynet. Don't say Skynet. That's a bad word.
well, it's funny because they killed the Showtime app. I used to do like Showtime Anytime, like the app, and then
Mhm.
they discontinued it. So I'm like, I get it through my YouTube TV. So now I don't have a Paramount Plus subscription, so I can't log into it, right? So like, what the fuck? I'm paying for Showtime. So now I can only get Showtime access through like YouTube TV. So like I have to go to like Showtime's page on YouTube TV and look up stuff on Showtime just through YouTube TV. And I refuse to sign up to Paramount. I don't like Paramount Plus. I don't want it. I've never wanted it. I don't really
No,
like any of their shows.
From is
You know.
MGM.
That's MGM. Yeah. Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the last thing we did was either Yellow Jackets or
The
Evil.
Institute. The Institute was MGM too.
Yes.
That used to be Epics. I used to have Epics, and then MGM changed the
Yeah.
name, and yeah.
Yep. It was formerly Epics.
Hmm. I can't keep up with all this crap. And then, like I heard, because UFC made a deal with Paramount, and now the subscription only went up like $1 a month if you do monthly. But if you do the yearly, it went from if the most basic plan went from $60 to like $90, and I think like the next step up went to like from like 80 to like 120 or something bucks annually. So, and it goes back to HBO Max, because supposedly Netflix is buying them out, but I'm hearing Paramount wants to buy it out. And I think Netflix is going to win that fight, but it all just means you're going to end up paying more money, at the end of the day. So if Paramount buys out, say they get HBO on top of Showtime, you can't tell me that they're not going to up the monthly fee, but
They always do.
yeah, a lot of people are getting. I'm hearing another thing. What is it? Stream fatigue. I mean, imagine that. We went from like,
I have to be honest with you though. Service I watch the most is for the K dramas, and that's Vicky Rakuten. I'm on that the most, if not Netflix. Disney Plus though has dropped some K dramas that were actually really good. But
well, and they're another one.
that's what I mostly watch.
But that's another one. I had Hulu lumped with my Spotify music account. Like I paid $12.99 for premium Spotify and Hulu with ads. Now Hulu's cutting out their app. Now I got to get fucking Disney Plus. So it's like I get all these things, and it's like, what? Now I got to subscribe to Disney Plus to get my Hulu. Like I'm getting sick of it myself. Torrenting and Pirate Bay. I'm getting ready to sail the high sea.
We don't know what you're talking about. We don't know what we don't know anything about that.
We don't. Yeah, sorry. Yar. Shiver me timbers.
Yep. Nope. Shh.
Well, the other thing is they say get the Fire Stick, and then you can jail.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, I shut up.
I will not confirm nor deny any of those statements.
I don't recommend any of those things. They're bad. Bad.
But no, it picks up a little more in this second episode. So, but thank you for coming along for the ride, James, Scarlet. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Always here. I got the next one set up when you're ready to go.
Yes, as soon as you're ready, let me switch my screenshots. Not sharing your screen. There she is. Okay. And then this is episode 2 of Study Group.
Woo-hoo.
There we go. Yep.
At least there was an adult in the room. Somebody's thought to put out the fire. Because they're all just like standing there. The inspector kid's knocked out. So now he's in trouble. He's like, you're so fucking simple, dude. But he appreciates him.
Somebody died.
He's just so simple. I love him.
Yeah, this is part of the mission, brother. Yeah.
But now they're all like talking about the fight. And those are like 3 of the seniors that are the top ranked of the school.
Sometimes it ain't about outrunning them. There you go. Angel dead.
And he's just watching.
You came back already? Yeah, stay away from Angel then.
Yeah, he's trying to get him expelled.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to stand up for him.
Damn, he dead. Miss Ainge needed a Karuma.
You are a terrible person.
No, she's a great beginner card. Yeah, she can't take a rocket though. Yeah, she can't take a rocket.
She's trying to fight for him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So she is actually pretty smart.
Yeah. Real. Oh.
So he's like, all right, how you gonna fix it? So she's like, all right, we're gonna create a study group.
How could a vice principal be against having a study group? You know,
Well, because he's paid for by the kids' pops to
I
keep
know, but
the
I'm
school
going
in a
back to
fighting spirit.
logic. You know, basic logic.
Yeah. When you have money, logic sometimes doesn't exist.
True.
So he's already bought and paid for under the table. So he doesn't want the school to become anything about being smart or studying. Yeah, allegedly this was all this kid really working out like this. So mom's like, it's time to get up. He's trying.
What the fuck is this other mission?
Dumbass principal. So they have 2 weeks and they have to make sure that the group has at least 5 people. Otherwise, it won't be considered a group like a after school group. So they have to recruit 3 more people.
Gotcha.
Casino.
So yeah, so now they have to start to figure out who the 3 people are going to be. They're all bugging out. It's like, look at them. They all want to be part of it.
Fuck at the casino.
He's getting discouraged. So now this guy wants to fight him.
Me just at the casino, if I could never find the fucking shit to market.
So this is how they're describing him.
The casino.
It's like,
Is
yeah,
this
right.
is this an all boys school?
No, they're kept separately.
Oh,
Market if I could find it. Not showing me that shit.
So he gets all excited thinking he's there to join the study group. And now he starts fighting him and the kid's just like oblivious. Like, he's just so fucking retarded. He's not even doing any of that. He's like, what the fuck? Trying to wake him up. So they're like describing him like this fucking like crazed lunatic.
Did you make it to the casino, Age? You at the casino?
He's like, their school have a library.
Casino.
So now he's like, okay, we're gonna go recruit people. So they're all talking about him like he's this like just deadly killer. There's another one. They're like scared of him. He's walking in. They're like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? Just put your head down. Just put your head down. Don't make eye contact. He's like, he'll torture you if you refuse to study with him. He's looking at. He's just looking for people to study. They think he's like sizing them up. So they're all scared of him. He doesn't know why.
No, we just finished planting the bomb. We just finished planting the bomb.
He's all excited. The kid's like, what the fuck?
That is a good question though. Like if people really get hurt, seriously get hurt during all these fights, like what happens, you know?
Yep. But here it's like everyday. It's everyday behavior. Now she's trying to find the bully kid because he wasn't in school today. And they're still trying to find people. He's getting all upset. She's like, but I want to study. So she's taking them out to lift their spirits. Dude's looking at pens. She's trying to be nice. She's like, let's get ice cream. They're all excited. Like, he's just so naive. And then the book he chose was it was about Bruce Lee. And she gets home and she notices somebody broke in. So the bully from earlier broke into her house. What's up, the birds? We are in Discord watching the episodes of Study Group if you'd like to join. They fucked him up, though.
Mm.
They messed him up.
You can do it.
Yeah, so the dude already put a fucking hit out on her.
I guess that's my hard part. I don't understand. Why is putting out a study group such a bad thing? Like, I still don't understand that.
Because if it messes up the ranking of the fighting, then the kid stops making money for his dad.
But
So
if
it's
they,
all about the money and that ranking and the fighting.
I just don't
'Cause they get-
understand how it affects the fighting if they study.
Because then
You know
all
what I
that
mean?
stuff, she's trying to turn it into a school where she's trying to get rid of that. So by making it a school of academics, then more they can't
Yeah,
just
but it's like a
fly under the
sport. You can
radar.
play sports and still. I don't. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that kind of fighting. If you popped into Discord, please just mute your mic. And that's the kid from earlier trying basically saved her. He's trying to get her out of there because they want to basically fucking kill her. They're outnumbered now. Knocked her out. He gonna try though. His dude's just standing there waiting for the teacher to pick up the phone.
You had some shit problem. Now we blew up the toilet.
He's trying though. And Brass Knuckles is helping.
Supposed to be down there, not the racetrack.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the track right over here. It looks like. I was just about to say.
He's jumping him. It's fucked up.
It's something.
I
Yep.
tried to say. Look, you don't even know where you're
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Hmm.
Oh, you know, it's really took off his glasses.
Yeah, look, he was so disappointed he left the game. He was so disappointed in your driving, he left.
He's nice. He's nasty though. That hurt. Dude's like, what the fuck? And now here comes his mom, like, where'd he go? Nunchuck training.
Well, don't worry. Age is just driving in circles over here. Trying to race like a horse.
Gets nasty with them nunchucks.
Still going the wrong way. It's definitely not. Yeah, the yellow line is behind you.
He's fucking them up. He just leveled all of them. He's like, oh, my nunchucks broke.
It took like 45 hours for a 10-minute drive. Like Moses with the shoes.
Too far. So basically, his mom tried at one point, like the teacher's trying to do, and as you could see, she was murdered.
Hmm. I think you have somebody trying to jump on the stream right now, but I could be wrong.
Whew.
I was gonna say I don't have StreamYards pulled up because I got the video, so I can't see if anybody.
No,
popped in.
I don't know who that is. And I don't even know where they'd get the link from to come up.
Well, hang on. Let me see. Hang on, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how she got that. Yeah, she's in the chat doing a lot of extra. I'm a kicker. I don't know how she even got your link.
I don't know either.
I posted a link in the Discord. I don't know. She was asking for it in the Discord. Sorry. I don't know.
Are you talking about the StreamYard link?
No, yeah. Yeah, she asked for it in the
Please don't
Discord.
do that, Chris.
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
I don't know who that is.
Where did you post it in the Discord?
Just in the show chat.
All right, hang on. Please take it down because we didn't. That link's not out for everybody.
Okie dokie.
Matter of fact, I got it.
Job. Made this job difficult.
Hold on. I'm sorry, I don't even know where we're almost at the end of this episode. So, Chris, I know you were asking why you saw no girls, because they're kept separately. Like, there's the boys learn somewhere and the girls have their own classes. So they don't mix. The school is co-ed, but the classes are not.
Gotcha.
So somebody did just message him that they want to join the study group. And it's a chick, so he goes into the chick's classroom. And they all look at him like, what the fuck? So he's a little embarrassed, and that's the end of the episode. So 2 episodes in. This is study group. I know, I could sense that Scarlet and James are still waiting for their real pull in. But what do you guys think now that we're 2 episodes in?
Like I said, it's okay. It's just not my jam.
Not your jam?
Yeah.
What do you think of the fight scenes though? Pretty they're
I
they're
mean,
still pretty good.
they're good. They're good for what they're trying to portray. I I don't want to be made. I don't want to say because I know this is
No,
a
this is what
popular
I want.
show for people who are into. I'm for me, it's going to be an unfair judgment. The things I'm going to say is not going to be fair to it because I'm just really not into it.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I mean the fight scenes are great and all, but I don't know. It's not even to me like a kung fu movie per
Mhm.
se. So it's not like that kind of fighting action. It's it's a show.
It's a show. It's okay. What about you, James? How you feeling after 2 episodes?
The fight scenes were better in this one. More, there were more. The fight with him not fighting.
Oh, we got a huge echo. That's weird. You're echoing.
Oh, or do you have your mic unmuted in Discord?
Maybe I was playing around. with-
Now I don't hear it.
Okay, yeah, his fight scenes were better. More of them, and the one where he didn't fight at all, that was cool.
That was funny. Like he was so oblivious, and I just love this kid because he's so innocent. Like he doesn't want to fight, but he's just kind of getting thrown into like this world, even though he can pretty much. He's a great fighter, so it's nothing for him, but he just doesn't want to. Like he just genuinely wants to learn. So I feel bad for him. Like he's just like, let's study group, yay. And now he's getting into like messing with this gang, and the other kid whose mom was murdered, that comes a little more into because they're basically trying to get the gang out of this school. In the end, that's kind of where they go with it. And it just becomes way more dark and fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
What
I
about
think
you?
maybe when more people are introduced into the group, maybe.
We have the whole group by the end of next episode. So they have their full group, and then you kind of really get into the story of what they're kind of trying to do. But no, like I said, we're gonna dabble in a lot of shows. So maybe next week we'll do Parasite or Sweet Home and see how you guys kind of are digging those compared to this action. And then we'll see, because I think you guys are gonna like that.
Nice. You have to wait and see.
Right, but what did you think about this first 2 episodes, Chris? Where are you at this point?
I mean, I'm not really sure I'm the target audience for this, to be honest.
Uh,
This seems kind of more age 13 through 17. I would have liked it not to be as light, like, despite the topic and the action, it was a little too lighthearted, I think, for me. Like, I wanted it to be a little bit more serious, a little bit maybe more drama based.
okay.
You ever see the movie The Substitute? Anybody? Probably not, maybe.
That sounds familiar.
Tom Berenger, yeah, he's like, that was just, I don't know, for something like this, I would like it to be a little bit more gritty. To me, it was a little too lighthearted, and like that's why I said I don't know if it's really meant for me.
Mhm.
Um,
You
I
want to
don't
see
know.
the darker side to the story.
Well, I mean, consider the content. You know what I mean? Like the music's kind of happy, funky, like weird 90s. Like it's the whole vibe to me is just a little too it's too upbeat. Like I don't know. Like I wanted it gritty. Like if you're having kids fighting it out and like they're making money and they're doing all like to me that's not like
It gets to
lighthearted.
that. It like I said, the story gets a lot darker and a lot deeper the
Yeah.
further we go into the series. So this was kind of just like showing kind of world building for you to show you kind of what these guys are up against. And once you see how deep the fucking corruption goes, like you root for these kids to finally for somebody to stop the corruption.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like I said before, like it's just not rooted enough. Like I hate to say it, in reality, like I don't know. I don't know these kids' upbringing. Like you're saying their parents are making money off this, so like everybody seems to be on the take type of thing. I don't
With
know.
the more like the more higher up the students that are in that kids core group, the villain one, but a lot of these kids just have parents who don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Like
and that's
you
why
saw with the kid with his alcoholic father. He was more pissed off that the kid wasn't already going to school for welding. So,
I'm just used to movies like the Substitute, where the kids are actually like drug dealing, gang bang. Like it's just a lot more gritty and a lot more
mhm,
hard. To me, this I don't know. It just doesn't come off like that, you know. But maybe it's the Korean angle. Like I don't know. Like for me,
yeah,
that's the big thing. You know, it's not gritty enough. It just to me like the colors are all light. The music's kind of happy go lucky. Like I don't know. It just again, like maybe I'm just not the audience. Like the age range isn't for me.
yeah,
Um, but it's not bad. I don't think it's bad. You know, I'm just not sure. You know, it would be. You know, I'd watch it a little bit further just to see if it could develop. But
if it catches you further down the line, fair enough.
maybe, yeah.
So if you guys had to rate these 2 episodes, and I want you to be honest, that's what we're here for. You know, the shows we watch are not gonna be for everyone, and there's probably people who are gonna agree with you guys, there's gonna be people who agree with me. Like, that's the name of the game. So, Scarlett, if you had to rate these 2 episodes, and you could just give them 1 rating overall, you don't have to rate them individually, what would you give the first 2 episodes?
See, all right. If I'm having to be fair for what their target audience is going for, which I think someone mentioned it in the chat earlier, might have been Terry. It's more of a tween show or
Mhm,
young adult show. I think it's good for what it is, but for me, I mean, so I guess it is a good show and it should be rated highly for the kind of show it is. But for me, as far as like where a show that I'm enjoying, man,
mhm,
it's down there, Dana. Like I don't even want to give it a rating because I feel like it's so low for me. But again,
fair
it's
enough.
I'm not the target audience. I'm not into dramas that much
Mhm,
anymore to begin with. Like I used to be in like the crime dramas and stuff like that. I've kind of gotten away from a lot of that kind of content as I've gotten older. Um, I hate to say it's like a 2 for me. I'm being generous.
okay. Hey, it's that's what it is. What fair enough. I'd rather you be honest than just give it a rating just because. So fair enough. What about you, James? For the first 2 episodes, where do you stand?
Mm, I mean, it seemed like it's good production, good acting. I try to throw a lot of different things in, I guess,
Mhm,
when I rank stuff or think about it. So, you know, overall, the fighting was good, choreography. You know, the video stuttered a little bit. It's probably my computer or something, but during some of the fights, you know, when it got fast, the video got faster.
mhm.
But maybe around a 5 or something. And again, I guess I can agree with a little bit with Chris and Scarlett as far as it seems like um, you know, aimed at a younger audience, you know, and
Mhm,
I can see the appeal, you know, the music, even though I mean it does fit. It's like Chris said, it's a little on the uh, upbeat side, and it's a more I don't know, light, I guess is the word Chris used. That's a good way to describe it. Like you say, it could get darker, but at the moment, you know, as far as the first 2 episodes, um, yeah, kind of, you know, the
I felt like I was listening to watching like a Fresh Prince of Bel Air,
I mean,
like
but
with the
it
music.
doesn't.
Right. Like, you see,
Yeah,
I kind of compared it to like a Degrassi TV series, maybe a little bit more action, you know, because of the fighting and stuff. But as far
okay.
as like the drama amongst the peers and stuff like that, it reminded me a little bit of a Degrassi, maybe kicked up a notch. And that's why I said I can see the appeal because when I was younger, I watched stuff like Degrassi. I probably would have
Mhm,
watched this and I probably would have enjoyed it at a younger age. It's not catching me,
yeah.
and
I think,
I come off
you know,
bored with it a little
it
bit
it
because of
might
it.
have got come off better to me if it sped up. I know it's gotta play out, like you say, the world building, but I think if it kinda just got into it quicker. You know, it's more about the bad guy. It seems real
Mhm.
vague right now about how things work. What's the
Yeah.
rules? You know, and it
And that
felt
does
to
get
me kind of
explained
like a
eventually. Like they
John Wick
do,
thing.
yeah, they do break it all down the further we get into the story. So, like you guys are saying, it's kind of has this upbeat feel to it as of now, but the further they get into the story, it does become darker, more gritty. The battles become more like bloody and brutal, and the pace does eventually start to pick up.
I almost get like more of a humor, like a dark humor out of it than I do drama. Like I don't sit there going, "Oh, this is dramatic." You know what I mean?
Because I
Like I
think
don't
that's
get that
because
vibe.
they made the main character so simple in a sense. Like he's just so naive to this, like, even though he's the best fighter at the school, he's just so naive to the world that he's like dabbling in because he just wants to study and he's not kind of understanding like why
Yeah.
this fighting stuff was able to take over until you see more of how deep it goes with the corruption of the adults. Like
I almost
once
yeah.
you
I
see them come into play and what the hold they actually have over the school and like the money they make from like this fighting stuff and everything like that, and it's a gang, a leader who basically runs that aspect of it, and so you get to see that kind of more side to it. So it
I
gets
almost
there. It eventually gets there, but yes, like in the first 2 episodes, it's not there yet, and they keep it very upbeat. But it once the momentum kind of gets going in the next episodes, it stays like that pretty much until the end.
I almost get like a Clark Kent Superman vibe from our main character here. The nerdy glasses, like he's all
Mhm.
understated, and then it's like, oh look, he's this badass, like I don't know. I get that from the main character anyway.
Right, but it's like so funny that it's studying that he is struggling in, but when it came to martial arts, he like mastered it. And that like even his trainer's like, why don't you just become a master like me? And he's like, I'm only using this because it's supposed to make studying easier, make your brain kind of work. He's like, I'm not doing this to be a martial artist, I'm doing it to help me study. So that like he's just so focused on that he seems very naive and simple in a way.
I think that's where my a big problem for me is like the vice principals against study groups, like it's this big deal. Like I don't know, man. Like I cannot connect the dots on some of this stuff where it's like, dude, it's a school. I understand he's trying to
Mhm.
suppress that because he wants to have like but like in all reality, like what is the problem? Like why are they against this study? Because it takes away from their fight. Like I don't. To me,
It,
the two
it
just
does
don't
because
connect.
the gang leader who runs the school will basically kill him otherwise.
But what's
Like
their problem? Like with like the study group though. Like
Right. And
I don't know.
I guess we'll get to it at some point how powerful
Yeah,
that
maybe.
guy's dad is, because I'm sitting here thinking if they have this inspector coming in and he's clearly afraid of the inspector to shut it all down, then like yeah, I'm kind of with Chris a little bit too. Like I get it. We don't know fully about this kid, and I guess you were saying what his dad power he has or whatever.
mhm.
But if he had so much power, then why was he not already infiltrated the superintendent or whoever the inspectors?
Yeah, why is the
And he
inspector so
hasn't paid
clean?
that stuff off
Yeah,
because like they're coming in knowing that these like, and they weren't going to stop those kids.
That's
Those
kind of like
kids.
their one kind of beacon. Like it's almost like the one way that they're able to do something, and that's why they're going this
So
route.
why that particular individual is safeguarded while anybody else could be murdered or taken out?
Mm, very true.
Like that so it's again you're supposed again this is not meant for us adults to be critically thinking this is meant probably for younger audiences who aren't going to look into it as deeply, um but for like I said, that's why for me my brain is like it. You already know how I am. I'm gonna sit here and dissect everything, and I'm ask all these questions in my head just like Chris is asking, and it's like
Yeah.
even if they explain, like I get what you're coming from, like okay, this kid, his dad owns a school. We've heard that a million times, where you have a rich parent or something like that that kind of influences the school to a degree.
Mhm.
And they're kind of taking that to an extra extreme. But then you've got the superintendent, or rather these other higher ups who are going to come in. I'm calling him a superintendent, but he's actually the inspector.
Basically the same thing.
Right. That's why I keep calling him a superintendent. I'm
typically
fucking it
like
up.
the same thing.
But they haven't been able to control that. So if his dad is so powerful, you would think, like, if
be
he's
able to
so
influence
powerful
the
that he's
inspector.
causing
Yeah.
these kids to go after a teacher, the vice principal, that's the vice principal, not even the principal, right? So who
Correct.
is
We
the
haven't seen. They haven't
principal?
introduced him yet.
So it's like, if he's able to basically go after all these people and have them scared, then what is the difference between them and that inspector? What is the I guess because I'm asking too many questions.
No,
yeah. They do address all of it. Your questions do get answered as you watch the series. That's why I'm just being vague about it now. I mean, now again, I don't know if we're going to continue with this series, because again, I want to just dabble in stuff and see what piques your interest. So I do have a couple of other ones, like I said, waiting in the wings. And then maybe once we play the first 2 episodes of these 3 different shows, we'll pick one to finish that you guys actually enjoy. So this is just one of the many ones that are out there. Like I said, I have Sweet Home and I have Parasite the Grey on the list too, and I think you guys will appreciate those a little more because they're not tween shows, so to speak, like this. And now that you guys say that, I kind of see that, but I was just so into the fighting that I kind of bypassed that for me. And plus I literally binged this show and got to watch it like on my snow day, like just watching it all. So I got to kind of see the story quicker than you guys are seeing it. So you guys are only being able to judge on these first 2 episodes, and you're not given more of like the later episodes yet. So, but knowing you guys between the horror and the sci-fi, the other 2 shows are definitely going to be more up your alley.
See, I almost wish they kind of took like maybe, the first episode, do the introduction, get to know the characters, that kind of thing, and then like giving you a little bit more of the backstory up front.
I agree with that.
And then develop the characters, and then push the story from there. Because it's like you said, if they slow roll this as it goes, it's like, I mean, if you don't hook people in the first couple of
Very much. Could these 2 episodes have been wrapped up into one? There could have been a lot of stuff that you could have cut out of these first 2 episodes and done maybe like an hour and 15 minutes first episode and knocked both these episodes out, to where in the episodes that we have coming up, it would have gotten to them quicker and you would have been given more of kind of the questions you guys are asking. They do start to dabble in them. So that's why, obviously, you have those questions for a reason, but you'd be watching the rest of the show to get those answers. So they could have definitely sped that up a little bit.
Just maybe more of a background, just a background, because like you said, like they allude to it a little bit. You learn a little bit about it, but you really don't know much about it, and they're kind of piecemealing it out to you. And I think, I mean, typically a lot of these types of drama action shows, like, the evil, and then you'll get some slips and surprises down the road, but normally it's like you establish the rules of the game, you have the character, they have their arcs, they develop, and then that's typically how. But yeah.
Well, it was much quicker in All of Us Are Dead. By the end of that first episode, you were in it. Like, the apocalypse happened. We ended with the friggin' first part of the cafeteria scene. Like, they packed it all into that first episode. So the pacing went a lot quicker in All of Us Are Dead. Plus, on top of the horror element, that is typically our main genre that we all enjoy in some form or another. So All of Us Are Dead had that one up. Like I said, this was just an action show that I was just curious to see how you guys were going to enjoy it.
Well, it's funny too, because with like a lot of those zombie type shows or whatever, they can almost get away with like not knowing the backstory, because half of the beauty is finding out what the hell's going on. And the way All of Us is Dead was good is, it just happens and nobody knows what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it's a little bit, it's almost in reverse, I think. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What
sure.
about you, James? Do you think that they could have packed maybe the first 2 episodes into a longer first episode and jumped a little quicker into the story?
Yeah, but maybe not even a longer episode. Like, and I kind of playing off what Chris said, maybe even totally re-edited a different way where it gave us something maybe that's in a later 3 or 4th episode or 5th, whatever, up front, and then let's play out. Let's get the study group together and let's play it out. But maybe just more insight into what's going on, because it's one thing when you're lost in a show because you like From or something like that you don't know what's going on, but I was kind of lost watching this for a little while, not understanding a lot of the questions that Scarlet and Chris had about, okay, who is the bad guy and why is the vice principal like that, and it was just, it felt to me a little bit like the John Wick stuff does. I know it's another universe, but that's it. It's just fighting, I mean, it's just kind of over and over and over and over and over and over and over. What's more about the gang, more about the bad guy, money. I mean, I don't understand the system. There's an app. Okay. It's just a lot of I don't know, confusion. I was just confused, I guess, but I think it's the teen kind of audience aspect though, more so than
Right. You take it on its surface and you just watch and just see what happens. Type of approach, I think.
Right.
You know what I mean?
'Cause I could see someone like my kid's like 14 now, so I could see someone her age possibly being into a show like this, or kids her age, right? Just because of the fact of they're not going to ask these deep questions, they're just going to watch through it. And that sort of action, the fact that it's a school, they can relate to some of the things that are going on here. We're a little bit older, so yeah, we can remember what it's like, but it's not the same. The whole, grades and bullying and stuff, all those kind of things are hitting on are very much so centered to high schoolers, or the tweens, teenagers, young adults. It's stuff we've kind of moved on from. And then again, the fact that they may tell us and stuff like that, but it's repetitive. So far in the 2 episodes, we get a little bit of story from characters, we get a little bit of progression, but it's mostly just the repetitive nature of the school and the fighting.
I would like to see, because you said the parents of the students are kind of involved in it, right? So I would like to see a little bit more of that element where maybe from the parents' perspective.
Eventually, they do start to get introduced to some of the parents.
So you know where the kids are coming from, because like you said, like it's all understood. The kids all know why they're there, what they're there. They're there to fight, right? So it's like, and at that point, the parents have to have an idea. So
yeah,
I would have liked to see that element in these first, like a little bit more of that, because so it could just back up the kids' behavior. And because right now I'm just watching this going, there's a bunch of kids that fight in school, and they all know it's cool. And as a viewer, I'm just like, okay, the parents are cool with this, and you're telling me like, well, no, they're involved too. They're all, but it's like the show doesn't set it up that way when you're watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they didn't, like, the teacher not even having an inkling of what's expected of her as a teacher at this school, like
who would hire her and not tell her what the deal was.
Because you would think if they're trying to keep stuff under wraps that they would make sure they hire people who are understanding to what their school is about,
right?
And like, I
think Terry said it, like a simple Google search could have,
right? And I get it, that's so
because
not necessarily though, because it's supposed to be under wraps.
Well, the principal, vice principal, whoever should have like informed her, whatever. And I get it,
right.
That's part of the trope of the story or whatever. They need that in order for her, she's got her kind of backstory coming into it and all that kind of stuff with the inspector and him knowing her and stuff like that, and her to be the change. So maybe that's why, she doesn't, story wise, they didn't want her to know that. So that way she comes in and has that sort of, reaction to it. But at the same time, it's like it's little things. And again, I'm nitpicking it because I'm watching this as an adult viewer who's going to nitpick it for things like that, whereas a kid is not going to think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or they're
Plus,
not
we're
going
reviewing
to
it, so
yeah, and they're not going to think. I shouldn't say they shouldn't think of things like that, but they're not going to care. I think as much or have as much concern with those sort of things. They're watching and they like the hip hop or the music. They like the action, stuff like that, and the different little tropes. So that's going to catch that audience. So for the audience target, it is a good show. It's just missing some things for the adult audience. I don't think. I mean, then some adults are going to like it. I shouldn't say not for adults, but it's just not quite there for me. Even like I said, I've gotten away from like SVU and stuff like that. And those are, the adult crime dramas and stuff. And I've even gotten away from those a little bit just because I got burnt out on that sort of kind of crime drama and just drama in general. Series, if there's not a mystery or there's not some other element to it, I tend to check out pretty quick.
Makes sense. But Chris, I'm sorry, I didn't get to ask you. Out of these 2 episodes, what would you rate? We got James at a 5. We got Scarlet around a 2. What would you be for these first 2 episodes?
I'm with James. I think for the most part, I think, for the first 2, it could have been better. It could have been worse. So that's why I'll stick with like a 5. Could it get better? Sure. Like as it goes on, like you said, as you learn more and stuff. I'm just used to these types of stories kind of unfolding, I guess, a certain way, and this is not like how I normally. But I'm not going to say it's terrible, and I'm not going to say it's great. You know what I mean? So like that's where I'm kind of like mid-range with it, I guess.
Even for these first 2 episodes, for myself, they're not my favorite of the season. I definitely was more of a fan come the later episodes. That's really what kind of drew me in a little more. So I'm like around a 6.5 for the first 2 episodes because, I definitely see like you guys said, you're left with a lot of questions, but the way I got to watch the show was I continued, so I got to get those answers that you guys are kind of asking already. So maybe your view will up it a little bit once you see more of kind of what's going on. But they could have definitely have done better in the introduction episodes with the story.
I think that's a major challenge for a lot of these series in general. Just like, regardless of the story, the show, the genre, like your goal in the first few episodes, or at least the first 1 or 2 episodes, you need to hook people in. Like you have to hook them. You have to get them to a point where they want to watch more just to learn. You know what I mean? And this one, like, I can't say it really hooked me. It made me scratch my head. But I think that's I mean, you could say that about any series. It's just you want it to hook you. Those first, they're critical. Because like that's the difference between someone going, okay, I watched the first 2 episodes, whatever, blah, boring, next, moving on. That's how it is, with a lot of shows and movies and stuff. They hook you or they don't. So, but like you said, it's a pretty popular show. Apparently, I'm in the minority on maybe how I feel about it, but that's just how I look at it. Though you gotta hook them early with these series because like 1 or 2 episodes, if you don't do it, people just tune out and they just go watch something else.
And it is a popular show, so for its audience, it seemed to do well. For its
targeted,
it was aimed at
audience.
Targeted.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, out of the 4 kind of, non-horror type of shows that I put up for people to vote on, this won by a landslide.
I forgot what I voted for, by the way. I did see that poll. I did vote. I don't think it was for this one. If I'm being honest. I can't remember your other choices though. But yeah.
It was Vincenzo, which is kind of like the same thing, another kind of crime-based family. He's a lawyer that comes from Italy.
That might have been the one.
He was raised by mafia people, and he becomes consigliere of one of the mafia families out in Italy. But he comes back to Korea because there's something he wants, and he kind of gets drawn into this lawyer's life who ends up fighting again corruption, this medical company who does a lot of shady shit with like,
I think
you
that was
know,
the one I voted for. Yeah.
pills
Yeah.
and vaccines and all this. Like, it's definitely not it's not tween based. It's definitely adult kind of content, but it's got comedy in it, and it's Italian, and it's just funny watching an Asian guy walk around with the name Vincenzo
Vincenzo.
Pisano, like, and all when he goes to Korea, like, they're all stumped when they see him. They're like, "What's your name?" Vincenzo Casano. Like, that's so weird. And he says he was
Yeah.
adopted when he was a baby and was taken to Italy, so he grew up Italian, but he's Korean. So when he comes to Korea, he's got like these Italian traits about him that are just really funny to see, because all the Koreans around him are just like stumped. Like, what is this? Like, who is this guy? That is like,
It's like naming a dude like Yakov Smith. Some Yugoslavian Irish guy.
pretty much.
Like,
So it's
yeah.
just funny, but it's another good story. And then Trigger was the one that I was telling you about, where what if guns got released into Korea? Like, what a country that has guns, like, you can't get guns. Like, it's very rare for you to get, even on the black market. Like, it's not something you can just easily get a hold of in Korea. Like, they have hunting type guns, like shotguns and very limited rifles that you can kind of get, but it's still extremely hard. But this villain comes in and just floods Korea with guns. Like, it's really crazy what the society kind of turns into once guns are introduced into Korea. Like, it's a crazy kind of story, because not even the police really know what to do, because they're not even equipped to really deal with the way the guns are coming into Korea, because they're not truly armed themselves. Like, we've seen, they do have SWAT and military. We saw that in All of Us Are Dead, but it's very, very limited. Like, it's not like, even the cops that walk around, some of them don't even have guns on them. And when they do, it's a 6-shooter. And the first bullet is always a blank, because they have to fire like a warning shot before they can even attempt to use their firearm. And it's highly regulated. So it's just like, imagine Korea turning into America with all the guns. Like, they don't know what to do with themselves, and people go on like these shooting sprees. But it came out really close to Charlie Kirk, and I was gonna cover it, but I was a little kind of, maybe it's gotta wait a little bit to kind of start talking about that sort of stuff. But it was really good, and I forget what the other one was that I chose. Vincenzo, Trigger, and I forget the other one that was there. Hold on, looking really quick. Oh, and Taxi Driver, which is basically like, it's this guy who's like like a Batman. He goes out and solves crimes and helps like people who like can't get help from the police or something like that. And he's got like this team around him that help him kind of solve all these crimes. And he's literally like Batman. He goes out in like the dead of night and just fucks up all these bad guys.
Yeah, I know I didn't vote for that one because I think when I saw that, I immediately thought of the movie The Taxi Driver with
Yep,
Robert De
nope.
Niro.
He's literally like
Yeah.
Batman, and he's got his crew of like tech people and a rich guy who, backs him, and they go solve crimes basically and help the people who weren't able to get help from police or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think the Vincenzo one sounds actually.
It's funny. It's funny. And for me, it was funny watching just watching it with the mafia stuff, and it was funny. But yeah, out of all like the action based kind of shows, it won. It got 72%, and
Hmm.
almost 55 people voted. So
Hmm.
it's pretty popular.
Yeah. Where do you where did you what is that? Do you know where it streams on or where it's available?
Vincenzo's on Netflix.
That is Netflix. Okay.
Yep, that's Netflix, and it's one limited series, and I think it's got 22 episodes, but it's one of those shows that are one and done. Like
Okay.
Trigger was a one and done. Taxi Driver just aired its third season, so it's on its third season, and that just actually finished, I think, last week. And then
Gotcha.
Study Group came out last year, and like I said, they announced a season 2, and it'll most likely be end of 2026, hopefully 2027. They're predicting, because it all depends on this kid's once he's done with his military service, there he is going to come back and they're going to start filming. They're just waiting on him to be done with his military service.
I almost like those one and dones because a lot of times with these series, it's like by the time they get to like the third or fourth season, they either peak or they start to wane. You know what
A
I mean?
lot of them
Right.
are. A
At
lot of
least a lot. Yeah, I
Korean
was gonna
shows
say at
are.
least with the Korean shows, they don't usually extend them past like the point of the story should be. Whereas like American versions, if the audience is big, then they continue it.
Milk it
Which-
That's
out.
what they did
Yeah,
with All of Us Are Dead.
yeah.
Because
They
All of
they
Us
have
Are
a
Dead.
stopping point usually with these series. Like it's not
Yeah.
a continuation just for the sake of money grab.
hmm
Mm.
Like even All of Us Are Dead, that was filmed to be a one and done, and they kind of left the ending kind of open ended, but it was really supposed to be a one season. It was fans begging for that show to come back that they really kind of said, okay, we're going. That's why it's taken so long
I
for
was
a
gonna say
season
too,
2.
usually they get done with their series like for what you've told me, Dana. It seems like they usually have the
hmm
I should say the not just Korean shows, but all of the Asian sort of genre. They have like a
hmm
set sort of vision,
Yep.
and they tend to not go past that. Whereas like we in America, like if the franchise just happens to be so big, they will continue that shit into fucking nauseum.
Yeah. Well, now we're starting to see, like we did with Squid Games and Alice in Borderland, at the end, they're bringing it to America.
Oh fuck! So they're now changing their shit. No, they should keep it the way it is. Don't do American shit.
I honestly think a lot of new shows going forward, what they really should do, especially in like their first season, maybe even the second season, write them in a way where yes, it can wrap up and be a collective whole, as they say. So if they
Mhm.
don't get renewed, it's not like how many new shows are like, oh, it left on a cliffhanger. Oh, we're canceling this show
Well, that's
now.
American. Like
Yeah.
America Hollywood or whatever you want to call it is slightly different from the way they do things over there in the Asian
Yeah.
countries.
Right.
So I don't know, like, and I'm not, and Dana definitely knows far more than I do, just based off what Dana's kind of told us before in the past. They
Mhm.
tend to like it's very cutthroat from my understanding, even
Yes.
more so than Hollywood. Like as much as we think cutthroat Hollywood is as far as getting something produced or put out there, my understanding is very cutthroat over there. Like you would basically have to I don't even know how to
The
describe
way
it.
that the
More
way
than
those
just
shows make
knowing
money,
someone, it's like they have to
yeah,
kind of
it's
cater it to, I think even around well, I don't know about Korea. Certain Asian countries, I guess, would have to cater it around the government and what they allow to as well. So that's another factor in sort of their media. I don't know
Mhm.
about Korea. Again, each Asian country is different, so I'm kind of speaking out of pocket a little bit.
No, you're pretty much on the nose. It's very rare for their shows to go 2, 3, even 4 seasons. Like it's just that's not how they write. They write for these like kind of one-off kind of seasons to where you'll get 12, 14, sometimes even 22 episodes, but that's it. That's kind of
Right. And they won't
all you
cover
get. But
certain stuff,
sometimes
right?
the fans will beg for, and All of Us Are Dead is the example. Like they were done with that show, but people just begged and begged, and they're finally kind of continuing the story.
I was going to ask you, Dana, are they more and I know again it depends on the country, I would say, but as far as Asian media goes as a whole, are they more censored than we are as far as what they're allowed to put in their media, or is the media where they get to actually express more than perhaps what they do in their everyday life?
Yes and no. They do have a free media, and their media is way more cutthroat than ours is. Like, think of the pre-Princess Diana
Mm-hmm.
media, like where they would just like do that sort of thing. That is how the media works in Korea and even in Japan, and they will reveal stuff. Like, there are the people who will genuinely report and do stuff, but corruption is crazy. It's not so
Right.
much that the government is censoring them, it's more so money will censor them. Like, if somebody's got enough money out in Korea to squash something, it will be squashed. Like, it's more so a money driven society compared to here. Even though our media sucks out here, you still have more of a chance of somebody in the media coming out and revealing truth than you do overseas.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have more, whether it's through your national media or local media. Media here is different, right? Because with YouTube and all these social sort of platforms, we're able to put out more. Because you got to think about YouTube, like stuff that's not Hollywood, right? Like the indie scene and stuff like that. That's not the major Hollywood scene. And now people being able to produce and put stuff out on YouTube as fan made items, stuff like that. Like we do have a stronger reach as far as, like, if you want to put something out there over here in the States, you have every opportunity to. Whether people like it or not, that's a whole nother story. But the media itself is not a hindrance. It can be, but it's not like the same. Like, you have to me, I feel like you have more opportunity here if you want to get something out. And
Yes.
for it to catch on, especially the underground scene.
But it's not impossible. It's not impossible out there.
Right.
It's just a lot harder. And
Right, because I was gonna say, how much of an underground scene do they have? Because, like, we have that here because of the fact that we do have free, expression, with the things that we have in the United States, with the rights that we do have in order to produce things and not allegedly be censored by the government or anything like that. Again, allegedly, I mean, there is still some censoring, but
we have a lot more freedom when it comes to doing, like, there's still a lot of cultural norms in those countries that their YouTube looks very different from ours. Let's just say
it looks like they use a lot of bullying. Like, we have, there's bullying in the States here, and we deal with it in a particular way, and we do talk about it. It's not like it's a hush hush thing or anything, but we very much so talk about it here as well. But they seem like it's such a cultural norm. Whereas over here, we try to kind of battle it. Like, even though it is kind of a norm here to a degree as well, you always have hazing. You're always going to have that sort of peer, sort of bullying and stuff like that. But it's almost as if it's embraced in their countries to a degree. Not that everybody embraces it, but it seems to be tolerable over there.
Yes,
like, they
that's a better
tolerate it.
word. It's more tolerated than it is anything else. Because again,
they don't seem like they enjoy it or that everybody's okay with it, but it is
there's no
part of
fighting
the
it.
culture. Like, it's part of it. And it kind of goes to their cutthroatness when it comes to grades and other things in their society where they and again, that's part of their culture where you're battling to be the top. And it's different from over here. Like, we battle too. We battle to be the top in academics, athletics, all kinds of things. But the way they go about it is very intense or different, I guess. I don't want to phrase it.
Teachers are still allowed to discipline kids there with, ways you can't do here that are illegal. Men still in that society hit women in the sense of, giving them a smack across their face and
get away with a little bit more of that.
And
you're not even supposed to talk about it, right? Like, you take your punishment.
It's very hush hush.
Because if you got a punishment, typically it means you deserve. Well, I don't want to speak out of pocket, but I would say, I don't want to say you deserved it, but you're expected a certain behavior. And if you
Yes.
don't follow said behavior,
Yes.
punishment follows, and you accept, almost as if you're supposed to accept it and thank the individual for it. Which again is totally different from our sort of perspective, where we're very much so, you fight for yourself, fuck everybody kind of deal. We would, like, we just don't sit around. We don't allow. I don't know. I don't know if it's the freedom or just that sort of rebellion within the heart of the United States, where we will rebel. Like, that is just part of our culture. That is from the beginning of the United States. We've always rebelled against whatever power we think is out of pocket or out
Yes.
of control. And they are very much so, no, you respect the hierarchy, you respect the power, the command of,
Yes.
the
Well, there's still a
power.
class. There's also still a class system
Right.
in those countries, and it's like marriages are still arranged out there.
Mhm.
Like, it is still, even when you've now seen two different types of shows, romance. It's not like how, like, watching All of Us Are Dead. None of the kids even putting a kiss on screen. That's like, they don't do that sort of stuff.
No,
Like,
that's all
sex
private.
before,
That's like
like, even,
super private.
but
Like,
meaning how we show more of that in our
right.
film and
Well,
entertainment.
even the crying, like when he was crying and stuff and his mom was comforting him, he did that in the comfort of his home and his bedroom. Like, to do that outside, from my understanding,
And
is
happened to
like,
have a mom who was okay with that. There
right,
are some
because they're not
children.
supposed to show emotion, right? Like, they're supposed to appear to be happy. You're supposed to appear to be
Yes.
thankful.
Like, it's still very passe to even see a therapist. Like, that's very, like, oh, you don't talk about those sort of things. Like,
Right.
there is just, it's such a different culture from
Mhm.
ours. We are
And
definitely
that's part of
allowed
it
to.
too, like, because we're watching this, and for them, this is probably, even, I know it's a teen or tween or young adult audience, but even more so, I could see individuals outside of that who live in the countries who have to deal with. I know this is an extreme, um, very extreme version of probably of anything they actually have to deal with, but I can see, just based off what people have talked about in other countries, which you've shared with us, this is a very real, it's extreme but very real sort of aspect of their culture, to a
Very
degree. Like,
much.
this is, again, it's extreme. It's just like when we show stuff about our culture and we make it to the extreme, they're making this probably more to the extreme than what is actually going on. But the
Yes.
underlining bullying, the underlining of how certain things are important
Oh,
to
yeah.
them is very much so on display. And that's why we may not understand those things, and why, that's why I said I hate trying to rate this, because I'm not going to see it the same way. I'm not going to grasp it and have those same sort of connections that others may have with this. So that drama that's actually there, and there is drama there. I see the drama. It's drama we're not used to, right?
Yeah.
It's a different kind, because for us, bullying and fighting like this, like, we handle it differently here. Even
Yes.
amongst our peers, like, they're all fucking totally scared to even deal with it, whereas we will group up. We absolutely, because I've dealt with bullying growing up, and we definitely will group up in order to, like, you find your core group of friends, and then you sort of have to, like, kind of help each other through your schooling. And that's very real. They don't seem to have that in the same respect. Like, how it took him, for him to have to show like he was such a badass in order to start to get people to kind of group up with him. Otherwise, that
Right.
never happened. Whereas here, you group up with those who, so if you were not a fighter, you're a nerd, you kind of group up with those people. If you're a sports, you group up with those. They don't seem to have that same grouping, or at least from the shows that we watch, they don't have the same sort of grouping up mentality that we have over here, that kind of protects you individually when we sort of traverse our peers in school.
Right. It's a culture shock. It's so different from what we see. What about you, James? Like, do you see the the difference in kind of like the bullying and what kind of like how they deal with it there compared to how it would be dealt with here?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a different culture altogether. It's I watch this one channel. He's a Korean. He lives in Korea, and just talks about creative stuff. But he a lot of times talks about the tech, like a lot of the tech that arrives here. Like he'll say, "We've had that over here for 10 years," and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So just all around the board, I think it's a different vibe over there. But especially in the like you guys are talking about the social status,
Mhm.
whether it be how much money you got or what you look like or where you're from, where you were born into, what family or caste or whatever it is, however it works over there, it's definitely different than here for sure.
Well, just like our pink sweater chick in All of Us Are Dead, with
Yeah.
dealing with the kid who she felt was beneath her. Like, it's very much still a real
Yeah.
thing over
I mean,
there.
there's some of that, element over here too, but over there, you can definitely see that it's a thing. It's a thing.
Right. Yeah, we do have class sort of things over here, but you can overcome that,
Yes.
I would say, a lot easier
Yeah.
Yes.
than perhaps in some of the other countries.
Yes. But no, we've been going for almost 3 hours. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching Study Group. Next week, we'll see whether we're going to dabble in some Sweet Home or a Parasite to see what you guys think about those things. And then we'll figure out what show we're going to kind of finish up and watch. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. As always, it's a fun conversation, and I thank you guys for watching it with me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh yeah, wouldn't think of hanging out with anybody else on my
Right?
Saturday.
And I appreciate that you guys are giving kind of like the stuff I watch a try. So I do appreciate that because I'm very much into like K dramas and that sort of TV. I thoroughly enjoy it. So I appreciate that you're kind of getting into my world a little bit.
Yeah. You do the same for us, so yeah,
You
it works.
tolerated Severance. We'll tolerate K drama.
It's always good to keep an open mind, right?
Right? No, but I think between at least the next ones, I know that we're getting back into like what we do kind of enjoy, the horror, the sci-fi, and all that. This was strictly action, so I knew it was going to be a little we stepped out of our comfort zone with this.
Like I said, I could see where this is a hit, especially for the target audience.
Right?
Again, like James said, as far as the filming goes, all that kind of stuff is great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, again, it's not hitting it for me as, I guess, I hate to say it, a mature. Oh, fuck, I'm not mature at all. The
Bullshit.
word is escaping me. What'd you say, James?
I was just coughing.
I thought you were saying something smart. I mean, shit.
He
But
was.
no.
He was just covering up with a cough.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would say I'm mature, but yeah, this is
But no, this
definitely for
was an
younger.
interesting watch. It's something that even I don't necessarily gravitate towards because again, I love my horror, but there are some that are really good when it comes to just the action and stuff. So
Right. I guess it's very simple, and it's not complex. It's not a very complicated series. It's very simple, very to the point. You kind of, even though we have questions about like how is it all working, other than that, like it's pretty straightforward. Even the kid talking about how his, what they did to his mom. So you're already kind of seeing like where they're going with the series to a degree. So there's just not enough meat for me personally to chew on, I guess, is where I'm at.
right, it's okay. But we're gonna one up it next week. I'll throw something better your guys' way, and one of these shows will definitely stick. I think between maybe we'll do Parasite first, because if you get into that, at least that's one season. Sweet Home's a little longer. There's more episodes to digest with that. So we'll check out probably some Parasite this week, The Grey, and the aliens are really cool. I actually enjoyed watching the aliens. The aliens were pretty cool. And it's very straight, like it's alien invasion and these bitches is coming and they fighting the aliens. So it's very straightforward to kind of what it's about. The interesting part just is the fight, like how does humanity survive against them? It's kind of one of those things, like how do we defeat them? Because
Right.
they're pretty fucking difficult to defeat.
All right. We'll have to wait and see.
But thank you guys, and I don't know what we have coming up this week. James, what you got going on? Scarlet, what you got going on?
Go ahead, Scarlet.
Well, I will be somewhere tomorrow night. Nowhere that I would, well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to be there tomorrow night or not. So, typically, shit, I don't even know how to describe that, Dana. Fuck.
It's a special place that you have to be in the Discord to know about. So join the Discord so you can know where Scarlet's going to be.
We will be cut, supposedly, allegedly, if he still remembers to do the stream. We're supposed to be going over the movie The 13th Floor, which actually, surprisingly, I will give props to Ant, even though I regret doing that. It is actually a pretty decent movie.
Okay.
It's older, 90s, I think, maybe 80s.
I remember that. Is that a short set of short stories?
No, it was it's all right. So basically, the premise is that there's these folks created a server, and within that server is basically like a simulation. But within the simulation is a simulation, and it gets into a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's an interesting sort of like Matrix sci-fi kind of deal. But I would say better than the Matrix.
Oh,
I don't know. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Oh, God. I know this one. This has that chick from yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I thought it had Drew Barrymore in it when I was.
No, it's the girl from Rounders. What's her name?
But you know what I'm saying? She had the same look as Drew Barrymore.
Gretchen Mol. Gretchen Mol. Yeah.
What was the movie when she was in like a high school or whatever? It had the same haircut, so I got confused when I was looking through the trailer. I thought it was Drew Barrymore. It's not Drew Barrymore.
No, it's Gretchen Mol. Yeah.
Me of her a little bit. Like I said, Drew Barrymore played in that. I forget the name of the movie, but she played as like a high schooler. Was it Last Kiss or something like that?
Never Been Kissed.
Never Been Kissed. Yeah. Remember how she had that one hairstyle in it where it was like the short curl?
Yeah.
The chick in 13th Floor has a similar hairstyle, and she does this kind of scream. When I first saw the trailer, because I didn't look at who was actually playing it, I thought it was her, but it was not her. But the lady that plays in it is actually very nice looking for you gentlemen out there. There's a few extra scenes in there that might be fun.
Yeah, she's in Boardwalk Empire. That girl, Gretchen Mol, and the movie Rounders with Matt Damon, the betting gambling movie. I don't know if you've seen that too. Yeah,
but as far as like an older, interesting sort of like Matrix, I guess I call it Matrix.
I do remember it now.
It's a simulation that they've created.
I think it's one of the free movies on YouTube. If anybody wants,
yeah, it's free on YouTube. If you want to check it out, that's where I watched it. Actually, I watched it off YouTube. It's actually really good.
Yeah, it ain't a bad movie. Yeah.
It was actually pretty decent. I was surprised. So props to Ant. God, I don't want to give him props. But he actually, it was a good movie. I was skeptical.
He's still working on opening up his hair salon.
No, now
that's an inside joke.
No, Chris, no, we're doing a university now. You know what it's called?
I don't want to know.
I said the same thing.
I named it. Guess what I named it?
I can only imagine. God help me.
Ants Figure It Out University partnered with the House of Fever.
Oh shit! Well, I guess it beats Ample Cuts customer satisfaction guarantee.
We're all gonna figure it out together. Don't worry.
There we go.
And then after that, of course, I'm gonna try to dive into. I did not get to Fallout Friday night, the game, and I felt bad about that. So I'm going to try to fit that in, of course, sometime this week. I don't have a schedule, guys. I'm so sorry. Just a lot of things, personal life going on. Nothing bad, actually, all good things, but it requires me to rework my schedule and how I tend to do things. So I'm wearing another hat, Dana.
I know. Teacher Scarlet.
I know, right? So, what arc raiders
God help the
and
children.
Fallout. Well, look, man, fuck the public education system. Even though it's still public education, it's not the same. It's homeschooling partnered with public education. It's different. It's better. No, I'm just kidding. But no, with all that, so I still do plan on getting some arc raider streams in this week, as well as I do definitely want to get back into Fallout New Vegas. Stay tuned in the Discords. You never know when I'm going to pop up a stream. It could be tomorrow during the day. It could be, oh shit, actually, maybe not Monday. That's actually my kid's birthday. Just stay tuned, folks. You never know when the fever will strike.
There you go. And what about you, Mr. James? What we got going on? I saw your Beth video. Are they kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh, the Beth video. No. It's kind of a spoiler, I guess, but no, not kidding. I mean, it's going to be like a dream or something, but you know, they just do it to get people to watch.
Scarlet, they're trying for Dead City. They're trying to get people into it.
Oh, what are they doing? I never see something about what the next season or something. I saw something.
They brought back a dead person.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they brought back a dead person that everybody kind of likes, and they're just trying to get
our main guy that we were all pissed off that died.
No.
Oh, no. Well, then who gives a shit?
Yeah, well, there's a few out there.
Oh, well, I'm sorry then for them. I apologize for my words.
No, it's just ridiculous. But what you got going on, James?
Same old, nothing special. I wish I did. I wish I could say, oh man, you guys just check this shit out. But nope, just same old.
Well, didn't the new 28 whatever drop?
Yeah, I haven't went to see it yet though.
I haven't either. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what to make of it.
Oh, they released? I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know it released.
The Bone Temple.
Yeah. Since we are kind of on the fence about the first one.
Yeah, I plan on watching it. I don't know if I'll make it to the theater. I'll try, but I may wait till it gets to streaming.
Understandable. But we have so much coming up, guys. We have so many shows that are going to bombard us all at once. I know people are now dropping and talking, saying April possibly for From. I forget where.
Right, yeah, they said what did they say? Mid-year, early 2026, but what we got from Victor, it seems like closer to what James said, maybe summer.
So we have that coming out. I know they're filming friggin' Yellow Jackets. I haven't heard anything about Severance. I haven't heard any buzz about Severance.
I hadn't really looked to pay attention. Honestly, we have so much stuff that we've covered, and that's supposedly coming out within the next year or so. We've got to make a better calendar.
We do. Because I know even they announced that All of Us Are Dead is actually looking like a end of the year release. So in like the December to January kind of range, that's what we're looking for with All of Us Are Dead.
Right. And a 3-Body Problem is allegedly coming out this year, the next season. I've got to reconfirm that.
And then James, they said possibly Dead City and Daryl for this year.
Yeah, and I expect Daryl first, just because they're still shooting Dead City and they finished Daryl a little while back. So I'm thinking Daryl in the fall, maybe. I mean, in the spring, and Dead City in the fall.
Okay. Have we heard any word on Dexter?
It's filming. I don't know if we've heard any word about like when it's supposed to come out.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of like all
Does anybody Did anybody care about the new Dunkin' Egg, the new Game of Thrones? That's coming out tomorrow
Oh
night.
yeah, you got your Game of Thrones.
That's tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a little
It's
curious
coming
about it.
out tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tomorrow night.
tomorrow.
I think it premieres. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't even
yeah.
realize that.
Oh, apparently this year we're getting a Harry Potter TV series.
Are
Yeah.
we now?
Yeah, I looked up it's in 2026 anticipated major returns like the boys and stuff like that. But they have a Harry Potter TV series. We're gonna get possibly some more stuff from Game of Thrones. What is it? A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's a
Yeah, that's the one
prequel.
tomorrow. The Dunkin' Egg. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's tomorrow night.
so they actually have if you're into like The Witcher, that's supposed to be a season 5 is coming out. So there's a
I
few
feel like we're
things.
missing so much stuff.
I know, and there's a lot of stuff that they have on this list that we haven't covered ourselves that's coming out. A Young Sherlock.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Silo. We never covered
Yeah,
Silo.
I never got to finish that. I've got to go back and try to
Did you
wrap my
guys
brain
get
around it.
into the Monarch and those types of stuff?
No, I'm not even gonna know. I didn't. And it's probably not even because I didn't get into it. It's probably I didn't even hear of that one.
Yeah, so like the King Kong, Godzilla monster movies and TV shows and stuff.
Oh,
That's why
my
I didn't get
mom's.
into it.
That's my mom's jam. That's my mom's jam.
I think I watched
I-
like a King Kong or something way back in the day, and it's alright.
I have to say, for all the commercials and stuff you see on TV and whatnot, I feel like the promotion for a lot of these things really aren't good. It's more about buzz, and you almost have to be like, I don't know. A lot of these things, like, you never even hear about. Like, I don't think they promote very well. A lot of when they talk about these series not making it or getting canceled. Oh, it's critically acclaimed. I'm like, well, nobody knew it was even there. Like, nobody knew.
Right. Well, like even with for me, it's not even so much that like I could see a lot of buzz about it and I still may not check it out. It's more about time management because like there's so much stuff thrown at us now that there's only so many hours in a day. So like if I get caught up into a particular franchise or series, my brain only wants to sort of hold so much at one time. And especially with some of these series that are very much so world building series where it's a whole universe sort of thing, it's hard for me. Like part of why I had a hard time getting into Silo is because we were watching other things and stuff, and I can only handle so much. Like even now, I may not be able to get to Silo fully just because I got into Fallout, and the world.
You're gonna have to quit gaming. I have to quit gaming.
Well, and not even to quit gaming. It's just the fact that the worlds have these similar sort of aspects going on, and if I'm watching too much at the same time, I end up like messing up and saying, and like I'll say something off of one series that's from another, and I'm just like, oh shit, I fucked it up because my brain's like kind of meshed it all together.
Yeah.
And so like there's a lot of good series out there that folks have told us about. And me personally, I can only handle so many series at a time. So I have to manage that because otherwise, like, because I get deep into it to a degree anyways. Like if we really cover a series, or even before we even started doing YouTube, if I personally got into a series, like I got into the world of that series. And it was hard for me to sort of traverse other things because like I fully invest in it. And like I did with Fallout, like I fully invested with From as well. Like how many hours did we spend in discourse and stuff just based off of From, and that sort of mental capacity, like I can only do that for so many shows before like, everything gets kind of like meshed together and then I'm starting to confuse. Oh, wait, this was actually from that show, not this show. And then we end up doing things like we did for Yellow Jackets, where we ended up creating a Mandela effect upon ourselves because and that happens though, because you got, I mean, and that's like a legit thing though, because we're trying to process.
Fucking did.
Well, because we're trying to process so much, Dana, especially with certain like TV shows and series and things, when you're trying to process that much information, and we're deep diving these things, and not just on a streamer level, right? Like even just as a fan level.
Yeah.
Before we even started YouTube, I think we all were already into Evil. We were already into From. We were already into Yellow Jackets. Like these sort of core series, we were already delving into, not as a YouTuber, just as a fan. And we were deep diving them sometimes even more than we do now as YouTubers.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much time in a day. Like when we were able to do it as a fan, your whole world is kind of sort of revolved around that. And you're not worried about like stream, all this other little intricate stuff that we're doing now, where we can just sort of focus in on the lore. We can really focus in on sort of diving into the internet and researching things, talking to people a little bit more about it. So it became, it's different now. Like it's so much harder for me to really even delve into multiple series at a time, just because we're looking at it in a totally different perspective. And it's hard because it's not just like before where you kind of like pick up on the phrasing or whatever the actors are saying in the series. Like I feel like I'm having a harder time sometimes remembering certain things just because of the fact that I'm trying to manage it or manage the show in a different manner. And then again, if you got multiple shows going on at one time in your brain, trying to really hone in on what was said during that episode, right? It gets a little bit more muddled in your brain.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's hard. And that's just even before becoming a streamer, it was hard for me to really delve into multiple series at one time. I was always kind of like maybe 2 or 3 series at one time was like my limit as far as like in-depth series. Now, if it's a comedy, like a rom-com or something, you know, of course it doesn't require a lot of mental capacity. You're just watching it for what it is, what it is. There's no other sort of underlying sort of tropes or anything going on, mystery, what have you. But the stuff that we typically cover does require us to really deep dive. And even like with Fallout, now I'm trying to find all these little snidbits within a fucking half of a frame and trying to figure out what the fuck does that mean, right? And that takes away from my sort of like viewing of other things, because that's what's in my head. Like I still, even right now, like we went over it last night, I'm still trying to figure out what that shit meant, because I have no idea what that coding meant. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get like a base level of why they're putting that in there, but that sort of like takes priority in my brain sometimes. So a series like this, where it's very, to me, a lot simpler, it's a lot more direct in what it's doing, it's not going to catch me when I'm watching things like Fallout or other shows that require me to kind of like really think about what's going on.
For sure.
And that's just me with age too. Like I said, if I was younger, I probably would have highly.
Oh, I know, Scarlet, you're so old.
I know. I
you're
feel it.
So old.
I feel it, Dana. It's coming.
Please.
Look, I have a headache all week.
You don't
For
know
no reason, Dana. I've had a headache all week.
You don't know what I'm turning this year, so
I don't want to. No, I'm not happy with my own aging.
I can't even believe it myself.
Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about it. I'll find out.
I can't even believe it myself. I don't even know if I'm going to tell anybody. I'm just going to lie.
It's fine. You know, what is it after 30? You get to count backwards?
Pretty much. So we're counting backwards.
Yeah, that's the way I see it. I'm at like 28 or some shit at this point. I don't remember.
But no, I appreciate you guys checking this show out, and I've got some more under my belt that we're gonna dive into, and I know one of these will catch you. So I wasn't sure with this one, because it, like I said, it's so not in our wheelhouse of typical stuff we talk about. It's really just like you said, straightforward, action driven. It's got its drama in it, but it's not typically what we cover on any of our channels. So it was nice to just, your brain didn't have to hurt that much to watch it, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, it's very much so straightforward in what they're doing. Yeah, there's no like real mystery, so yeah, you don't have to think.
No.
even us, like I said, we're questioning a lot of things that I know are not supposed to be highly questioned within this sort of series.
Yeah.
But that's us though, right? Like we're constantly now with that sort of mentality of, and even more so I think as a reviewer now, because we're having to sort of fill time, so we're having to really discuss the things about a series, and we found how difficult that can be for some series, maybe more than others, when we don't have that overarching sort of mystery or
Yeah.
like really something to bite on.
Yes.
Hey man, did you see that action scene? Yeah, that was cool. Wasn't that cool? Yeah, that
Well,
was
and
cool.
that's why it's good
You
that
know,
you do these, Dana, the
yeah,
way you're doing them, though, right? Because we're getting more than one episode. It gives us a little bit more to. I know this is different than when we typically just watch an episode or wait a few weeks, like we did with Pluribus. When it's actively showing, and it gives us a little bit more to talk about. So the fact that you are doing 2 episodes or so at a time does give you a little bit more meat to kind of go over.
Yeah.
With series that are maybe not as in depth or as extra, with you having to kind of figure things out, or like there's no lore for us to go and sort of delve into, right? There's not like, oh well, they gave us this little thing here, what does that mean? Let's go research, until fucking nauseum about whatever that this symbol may mean. So it doesn't have that aspect to it, but it's still, I get why it's a good series for the target audience. They did not do a bad job at their target audience.
Agreed.
yeah. I would just hope to see, like you said, like I agree with everything you said. Maybe the only thing I could ask for is like maybe a little character development. That's all. Like, and not even like major. Just like even if you watch like the movie Karate Kid, like Daniel's son or whatever, like he's the same kid throughout, but he goes through this little arc as he's like becoming like a karate master. You know what I mean? Like just something. You know what I mean? Just like something. Instead of staying just one note throughout every episode.
Yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see what you guys think of Parasite. That's the next show we'll check out, and I believe you guys are gonna like it. Knowing you and James and how you kind of like your sci-fi, it's definitely got that fully covered. So I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. And I'll put the trailer. I'll
Nice.
send you guys the trailer so you can at least check
Yeah,
out the
I actually
trailer.
looked it up while we were talking, and I didn't get the trailer for the show. I got the trailer for the animated series.
Yes, that's where it came from.
And again, it looks okay. I was trying to find the actual trailer for the live TV show, because again, cartoon is different.
Yes.
It might actually be sometimes better than.
And I believe looking
Real
it up, you
life.
have to look it up with Parasite the Gray, because that's the
Okay,
full.
Parasite the Gray. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's the full title of the Netflix adaptation of it.
Oh, okay, because I
So
looked it up as a Parasite, which it did show the TV series, but it kept coming up with the animated.
yeah, because there are other shows, and I believe it's spelled Parsyte.
YTE, yeah.
And then
Parasite, you
the
said
Gray.
the Gray.
The Gray.
All right, there we go. There it is. There it be. All right, let's see. You want me to show the trailer?
Sure.
All right. Can you just have well, shit. No, I'm already in Google. All right, share.
And like I said, this one does have a dubbed version on Netflix, so you won't have to read subtitles. I just don't know if the trailer shows it in a dubbed version or if they show subtitles, because sometimes even the Netflix shows that have dubbed versions in their trailers, they'll have just subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they just do. Like I don't know why, but for the trailers, sometimes they keep it with just subtitles.
Mm-hmm. It's like 2-minute trailer. We'll do it. We'll try to stop and go as best we can. At least get a.
It's the end, so if I gotta delete it and cut out this portion, it's not a big deal.
그러니까요. 오늘만 강력범죄 3번째입니다.
어떤 상태가? 아무 이상
Oh, she didn't look like she was doing too good. They say she's fine, but I don't know. She was in the hospital.
Yeah, and when you see what put her in the hospital, it's pretty crazy.
없다고 합니다. 아니 차에 다쳤다면서 무슨 소리?
Well, she got hit by a car. Yeah, that ain't good. Or was it just a car? I don't know. We're gonna find out. But yeah, apparently this lady got hit by a car. Shit. Was she fucked up before the car hit her? We'll have to watch and find out. What the fuck is that? That looked like some fucking like what is that? An atom spore? Some fucking alien?
It's the parasite.
Oh no, it went in her fucking ear. Yeah, yep. That's just like that fucking movie. They actually have a parasitic movie where like what was that one called? Where they ended up it was like a hive mind. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that one up for when we talk about this one to compare it to. But it was like a worm parasite that got into individuals, and it formed like this hive mind. It was kind of like an alien thing too. It was American version, so that I'm gonna have to look that up to compare it to this. It was a movie versus a TV series, but the way it crawled up inside of her nose and shit slightly reminded me of that movie. All right, sorry, I'm goodbye.
몇 달 전, 전 세계 전역에 이 기생생물의 유충이
Oh yeah, see that shit's just creepy. You can't really fully see it, but it's like some weird spore looking thing.
Yeah, wait till you like once you find out like what it is, it's pretty fucking gruesome.
I will say that's pretty cool looking though. I like it's a little spore looking fucking parasite. It's kind of creepy.
인간의 머리를 빼앗.
Oh fuck no! What the fuck was that? Hang on. Well, James, how do you feel about this so far? I'm slightly intrigued. Oh, shit, no, he's here.
Yeah.
Is that not intrigue? That slightly intrigues me. I don't.
Right? You see what the head looks like?
I don't know. No, this is like some Resident Evil shit, but different. Why do I feel like that reminds me of the Resident Evil games when they put the parasite in them and it like explodes their head and they have like these fucking weird things going on? Interesting.
빼앗아 버립니다.
Oh yeah, that's so fucking like Resident Evil. That right there was Resident. I don't know what came out first, but that reminds me of Resident Evil right there. That is damn near precisely how that shit.
The parasite manga or the anime, I believe, came out a long time ago. Okay. So
they might have did it first, but that's so like if I hadn't ever seen any of like this. Prior.
But look, you can see the things. You can see the eyeballs. Look at the eyeballs.
You know what? Anybody you guys watched or played the Resident Evil games and know what I'm talking about? When like the head burst open.
Yep.
It does like a like you don't see the eyeballs like that, but it has that same sort of like 3-4 way sort of like weirdness. Oh yeah. I'm interested, Dana.
네 안에 있는 기생생물이다.
Yeah, you got a parasite inside. You might want to go take care of that lady. I would say go see a doctor, but I don't know if the doctors can help you. But you may want to see a professional for that. That's not kosher, Dana.
It's not, but it's pretty interesting.
너랑 내가 합치지 않았다면 둘 다 모두 죽었을 거야.
What the fuck? Hang on. What the shit was that? Hey, I gotta go. What the fuck? I don't know if y'all can. Is that what the fuck is these like?
I told you the aliens are pretty cool.
The fuck is that, James? How do you explain that? I don't know if you can see it, but it's got like these bulgy, round. Are they? I don't know if they're fucking eyeballs. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's interesting. Had we not combined as one, we both would have. What the fuck, Dana?
Should I start it with this?
Maybe.
거야.
인간은 우리에 대한 연구를 하고 우리를 쫓고
Yeah, no, that shit's not normal. What the fuck?
Look at the eyeballs. Look at the eyeballs.
No, we got to break this down. Not only does it have fucking the eyeballs, which why does that remind me of like some shit from Beetlejuice when he put the eyeballs out? But what the fuck is this shit? What is this like? Oh my god, there's a worm with the hammerhead worm, which is an invasive species over here that takes out the earthworms. They have a head like this. I'm sorry, my science and fucking shit's like popping off here, Dana. But that reminds me of like some do you know what I'm talking about, James? The hammerhead worm?
Wait, is James going to talk science? Then before James is allowed to talk science, we must.
It's science time with James, the smartest guy ever around. Let's see what he knows about science today. Science time with James. Yeah!
Okay, you are now allowed to proceed.
I know nothing.
You've never heard that it's a worm. It has and it literally goes after earthworms. They're an invasive species. I want to say it's one of the Asian.
Does it nail them?
It does. It takes them out. It beats them all off until there's no earthworms left.
Damn.
But when I say like it legit it has like this head similar to this creature. I don't know. I don't know why I thought of that, but I did. I actually have seen one, and you're supposed to completely smush them. You can't. They're like a worm, right? Like if you cut it in half, it recreates. So you don't want to do that for it, but they are an invasive species. That they're look. I love the Asians, but could y'all stop sending us your bugs?
I agree.
Look, y'all, I understand that they are hella fucking brutal over there. Our ecosystem cannot handle such.
No, take back your lantern bugs.
Yeah, the hammerhead worms are not good for our ecosystem, and they end up taking out our actual earthworms, which are good for our ecosystem over here in this. I can't speak for over there. I don't. There's some weird ass fucking creatures over there. And again, I think the hammerhead worm was one of those that migrated over here. Look it up for your own.
It just goes to show you who really rules the planet.
Right?
Well, if you go to the Amazon, from my understanding, I could be wrong, James, there's a lot of creatures over there that we don't want over here.
Correct.
Some would say that's like the birthplace of all of our sort of, how do I want to put it? Like we get a lot of things from there in order to combat certain things, but it's constantly recreating upon itself. So like the creatures in the Amazon they're extra special.
Yeah. You know, we're divided by water, so normally they wouldn't have got over here, but they do because of our
trade
and stuff. So it just happens. I mean, you know, do you want your Funko Pops or do you want
well,
I want my Funko Pops.
Look, I want my Funko Pops produced here in the States.
Damn it. Don't cut me off from my Funko Pop.
Dana, we're gonna have to pay an extra $10 for your Funko Pop, but it will be produced in the States, and you will be bug free.
I'll take it.
But you're gonna have to pay an extra like $10-$20 from my understanding.
It's okay.
So even the biddies, folks, the biddies are gonna go up like $5.
That's the problem, though. You know, we can't source everything here. We still got to get at least the parts. Okay, fine. We'll make them here, but we
are working on it here. We're working on a lot of things, actually reopening production for several. It's going to take us a few years. I think we're breaking away from trade in other countries to a degree.
Yes.
To a degree. Yeah, right.
Right.
That's the
And we're
overstatement.
trying to actually open
Understatement.
up
Even some
facilities
food.
here.
Don't eat them little tin Danish cookies. Them shits ain't made in Danish land. Don't eat the Danish cookies. You don't want to know
But,
where they're
my
made.
understanding is
and
we are trying to reopen up a lot of facilities here in the States in order to
It's a
produce our
lie.
own goods again. It's going to take a
It's
little
a
bit of
lie.
time.
Right.
But yeah, I don't want the bugs anymore. They hurt my crops.
Mine too, damn lantern bugs. You saw pictures of them. They're
Dana,
gross.
I don't get the lantern bugs. I get those other little beetles. I forget what they're tiny little fucking beetles. They're like stink bugs, but they're not stink bugs. Oh fuck, what the fuck were they called? But they killed my fucking beans.
I hate them shits. They killed my cucumbers, those lantern bugs.
I don't have lantern bugs, thankfully, but we have a whole host of. We have the Asian ladybugs, which are like basically not ladybugs. They eat the ladybugs.
Fun. Well, this guy's gonna be eating a lot of stuff.
Let's see. I'm sorry, I got way off track, folks. But
It's okay, it happens.
that shit, it just threw my mind when I seen that. It legit looks like a fucking hammerhead worm.
우리를 쫓고 우리를 학살하려 하고 있습니다.
Oh, hell, fuck, no, Dana. What the fuck? Hang on. What the shit? It literally fucking, like, sprung out at a motherfucker.
Yeah, their heads split open, and that's what they turn into.
I know this came out before Resident Evil, but all I can think is Resident Evil. They're fucked. I know
And
it's
they're
aliens,
intelligent.
Dana.
Yes, they're intelligent aliens.
I understand it's aliens. All I can think is Resident Evil, and they're totally fucked. They don't have an outlet.
Yeah, they're difficult, and they're super strong. And you saw how many bullet holes was in that alien thing on the table.
Those were bullet holes. I just assumed the body was just fucked up because of the alien.
No, that was them. That's how hard it was for them to kill it.
Hang on, where was that at? That was right here.
Yeah, see all those bullet holes?
I didn't even half-ass pay attention. I was so focused in on the hammerheads and the eyeballs, I didn't completely, fully focus on the gun wounds.
Like, they have to unload.
They autopsied this motherfucker. They cut this bitch open and sewed it back up.
They're trying to figure out how to stop them.
Oh, that's fucked. Look at that shit. Hey, Chris, you want to see that at the end of your night?
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
You want that to give you pleasure?
She's sexy.
It might be able to suck.
That's
greatly.
Oh.
It's a hell of a suction there. You just put
It
it right
is.
there in the hole.
And them dangly eyeballs.
I'll take a.
Oh, fucking full disclosure. I'm like 4 shots in while we were watching.
It's the Witches Brew after dark, folks.
I know. Look, I had
a rain check.
Some aristocrat while we were watching.
It's okay.
And I'm about
But look, I'm making it up.
You shouldn't have let me play this. Now I'm fucking like 4 shots in.
I'm making it up to you with this. I think you guys are gonna enjoy this one.
Shit.
Your brain is just going there, I think.
It's so fucking. Look at that fucking image that you did. I'm sorry. My inner Beavis and Butthead may appear.
Your inner degeneracy is showing.
You know what? You know what, Chris? I blame.
It's okay. That's why I love you.
And the slums. And Dark Brandon.
Be careful. It's contagious.
Wait, it's not my fault. Dark Brandon's the piece of shit. Just putting that out.
Oh no, I think he's very polite and
Oh no. He is not a proper simp. I don't appreciate it.
Well, Dana, I don't think you know who this guy is, but
No, I do not.
Oh,
You
he
probably-
says
you-
the
you
most
probably don't.
degenerate things to the females in the chat, Dana. I'm loved, and yet I don't want to be.
Well, don't worry. This guy will give you some love. Or was it a
He
woman?
looks like he's gonna suck it off real well. Oh, I went there.
You did. Press play.
하고 있습니다.
정체가 뭐지? 섞여 있는 건가 인간과.
인간 흉내를 잘 내는데.
You're good at pretending, you piece of shit. Oh, I'm so drunk right now, Dana. We're gonna have to end this in like less than a minute. We got less than a minute.
Gotcha.
넌
You can do it.
우리에게 위협이다.
Okay, there you go, Chris. And there's fucking 3 eyeballs. Where the fuck did they get the first?
Why is it for me? Why can't there you go, Chris? Why can't you say it's for me? God damn it.
Because I'm drunk and I think of you as my drinking partner. Look,
They look like pendulums. Looks like pendulums.
Fucking 3 eyeballs. Where did the third come from? I already have questions, Dana, beyond belief. Where did the third eyeball come from? What in the fuck is this shit?
So many questions.
Oh, I can't wait to get into this. This feels very feverish. Like I have so many things I could say. I'm trying to hold back.
There you go. You're welcome. I know you guys are gonna like this one better.
And they're all looking at you, Chris.
All eyes are on you.
Only because I like to fuck with you, Chris. You take it all in stride.
Well, I'd like to think at
appreciate
least one's looking at James. How's that?
Maybe. Well,
She's
they're
cross-eyed.
actually, to be fair,
Two of them
that's
are looking at
true.
Chris.
Holy shit! Hang on, let me take my cursor. Actually, it's looking at me, Chris. One is
Yeah.
definitely looking at you. One's looking at me, and one's looking at the audience.
That makes sense.
Oh,
There
that's
you go.
fucked up. Why does everything have to target me, Dana? This is some rigor shit. Holy fuck! I'm sorry, I had to stop that. Did it just whip its fucking like appendage head at its individual?
It sure did. It
Did it
slices and dices.
There's no teeth on it though, was there? Or did I miss the teeth?
Hence why it was in the shape of a hammerhead. That was a blade. It was as sharp as a blade.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
눈에 아니나 밖이나 살벌하다 진짜.
Your life's what the fuck did he just say to me? Your life's been brutal. You're just like the one in. What? Hang on. I know this is subtitled and it's trying to give us the English version of what they're saying. Your life's been brutal, just like the one inside you. What the fuck does that mean?
He's talking about how she's had a hard life, and you learn about her backstory and what happened to her when the parasite entered her. That's why the parasite was like, if I didn't enter you, we both would have died, because it was getting ready to die and needed to find a host, and she was on the verge of death. So the parasite healed her. But in the merging, they merged a different way, making her different from the other parasites. Her parasite wasn't able to fully take over, so there's points to where she can take over at points.
Oh,
and so the parasite's able. It's like, let's think of it this way: it's the one she got, the one good parasite.
She got the one good. All right,
Like
I
the one
can't
that
wait.
doesn't want the rest of its kind to take over.
Oh, you mean like when they sent that?
So they're
signal?
not they're a hive mind, but they're not.
Okay, it was like when we watched 3 Body Problem, and they were like, "Don't send a signal back. We will kill you."
So the parasite's actually trying to help humanity.
Holy shit! All right. Oh wait, well, fuck. Hang on, y'all see that? That's what the fuck she looked like. Hang on, let me go back. Look at this shit. It's half her fucking head. It's like creeping out and shit.
Yes.
That's interesting. Holy fuck. That was really fucking creepy. Hang on. You hit this shit.
Yeah, and the way you see it happen, sometimes you can definitely tell it looks very CGI, but there's other times that looks really cool. The transformations look really cool.
It is pretty interesting, I would say.
서로 돕고 살자.
Help each other.
내일 새벽에 뜨기 시작할 때 소탕 작전
As long as
돌입합시다.
the cleanup operation. Oh shit! But she is one of them. Oh, that's interesting. No, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Dana. I'm already my curiosity. Yeah.
Good.
Oh shit! We can fucking. Why
3
is there
eyeballs.
3 fucking eyeballs? What the fuck?
Wait, I think this one has 4. Wait, I think, is that a 4th one or is that just me being blind?
I see 3. Where's the 4th?
In between the top one and the bottom one?
I don't see a
Oh
4th.
no, it's nothing. It's just my bad eyes.
Where is the 3rd eyeball coming from? I get the 2. Like, that was kind of comedic and funny or what have you. Where's what is it like? Does it have its own eyeball? I'm sorry, James. Explain.
The conundrum.
James is like, I don't have an
Yeah,
explanation.
you're just gonna have to watch it.
Fucking 3rd eyeball.
Looks like a flower.
Yeah.
Look at all the fucking
Venus
teeth.
flytrap.
Look at the fucking teeth on this bitch. What the fuck? Every petal has teeth. And what are those tongues? Those extra appendages are like
So many questions.
so many questions, Dana. He is human. And yet, well, oh,
Yeah, you
what
see
the
how-
fuck? What the shit? They're literally like traversing with their fucking appendage. This motherfucker is in the air. He's traversing with his appendage, which is
Yeah,
his
I
leg.
told you it's pretty crazy.
So not only do their faces emerge, but their other limbs also expand.
It's some pretty crazy shit.
All right, I can't wait to. Yeah. Yeah, that shit ain't no fucking. What the? That shit is so fucking. He still has the fucking. I can't get over the fucking eyeballs, Dana. I can't get over the fucking eyeballs. What the shit is? If nothing else, Dana, I know this is serious, but nothing else, the eyeballs are gonna get me fucking laughing the entire time.
It's okay as long as we're having fun.
That shit is, I don't know what it is. It reminds me of the fucking oh my god, now why can't I think of the fucking name of the movie? Beetlejuice. You know when the dad has the eyeballs out and shit?
Yes.
Mm.
The fuck is she licking that shit? She whipped that shit around herself. She was like whipping her head around and shit.
Hell yeah.
Fuck? I'm sorry. I am stopping it and going just for safety purposes, but that shit's funny as hell too.
It is.
I'm not running away no matter what. All right, dude, you have fun with that shit.
Right?
All right, and don't run. I might be, if I didn't have fire with me, Dana, I'm running. Yeah, we regroup back at HQ, and we find fire. That's it. That is my suggestion. Fire and lots of it. That shit was used like a fucking whip. Whoever that is whipping their fucking head around with their fucking appendage like it's a whip. That's crazy.
Yep.
Her fist against, it's not her fist, it's her head whip.
Her
fight. Yeah, her fight. It's a fucking head whip. What? And she has extra fucking eyeballs. Where the fuck did the eyeballs? I'm sorry. Wait, what the fuck?
I told you the aliens are crazy.
It has wings now?
They're all different.
Where did the wings come from? They're in the head. Does all of this... I mean, I get that their hands and arms had appendages too, but it seems as if it's like sort of congregated around the head.
It is. It takes over the brain.
Where did the... It has wings now? I'm so lost and yet so intrigued. Oh no, she did.
Oh yes, she did.
Literally whipped that. I said she whipped that shit out. Literally, she whipped it out and around, man.
Whip it
Oh.
good.
Nothing else for comedy's sake. It's been beautiful.
Devo action.
Oh shit.
결국 너랑 나랑은 함께 살아갈 수밖에 없어.
There you have it, folks. Oh well, I can't wait, Dana.
Good. At least this one seems to have piqued your guys' interest more.
Oh yeah. That's
It seems like they're going to show a little bit more about the background to up front.
They do. You get a lot. You learn about the aliens. They don't you don't have to guess anything, and
right. It's not like this mysterious, magical, mystical thing.
Yep,
so
and
that was entertaining. Even the
season
trailer was good, Dana. That was fucking beautiful.
And it comes to an end. Like, it has a conclusion. It's a one season. It's a limited miniseries. So you learn everything.
Yeah, I have not delved into my Netflix capabilities for some reason. I get it for free through my phone plan, and I never find myself going to Netflix, so I miss a lot of stuff.
But yeah, see how I told you sometimes the trailers, even though they have a dubbed version, the trailers tend to be the subtitles, even though there is a dubbed version out. But what did you think, James? Interested?
Yeah.
That piqued your interest more than Study Group?
Yeah, I would say so. Yep.
You're definitely going to get your sci-fi. You're not going to have to ask for more sci-fi with your sci-fi.
Nice.
It was interesting.
It's got like aliens versus aliens meets the Thing type element to it.
Yes.
So got a Resident Evil vibe from it. I don't know.
Yeah, that too.
With the body transformation or and stuff like that. Yes.
As far as the possession part of it, where they possess the body,
Yes, but she's unique because her parasite wasn't able to fully take over, so she's able to work with her host differently than the other ones, and like they kind of communicate and
so it speaks English.
Well, it speaks
Korean.
It went to Columbia University. It went
to us with, I guess, movie magic, it speaks English to us.
Nice.
Yes. So we'll check out the first 2 episodes of that next week, and then you guys let me know if it's going to be something you're going to want to continue. Which I'm pretty sure.
I'm already fucking intrigued. If nothing else, for the comedy aspect of the eyeballs.
Scarlett's not going to wait. She's going to go binge watch this.
I've got to understand why there's a third eyeball. Like, that shit throws me off so fucking much. Like, I'm serious. When you see the fucking head explosion, it so reminds me of Resident Evil, but the eyeballs, man, it reminds me of fucking Beetlejuice. So, like going through this, I don't even know how to describe it. Oh, Bill Chill says I've seen this. Not which one, the Study Group or the Parasite the Grey?
Yes.
Which one, Bill Chill? Because I'm dying over here to pour another shot, Dave. I can't get over the fucking eyeballs. That shit.
Parasite.
It's fucking hilarious. Oh, nice, Bill.
Did you like it?
Yes. Tell us how you felt about it, because I'm already intrigued, and yet I'm giggling my ass off over here watching your fucking eyeballs. But I'm highly intrigued by how this shit works. But yeah, I keep seeing the fucking dad and mom when they stretch their face out and do all the weird shit, and the eyeballs pop out and shit. I gave it an overall 7.3 out of 10. I remember the show picked up on episode 3. Okay, so we give it at least 3 episodes.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Little backstory, little build up.
We'll start at 8:00 next week, and Because I think they're 40-minute episodes too. I don't think they're long episodes.
Okay. No, I'm already hooked off the trailer. That shit. I don't know if it's because I'm 4 shots in, Dana, or what, but it was. I literally cannot think of anything but like a mashup between Resident Evil and Beetlejuice. Even though I know that's not what's going on, it's just the optics of it. It made me think of that.
Well, there you go. Good. I hope we'll enjoy this. But nope, we've been going for a minute now. We'll close it out, and we will be back next week watching some Parasite. We will check it out. I'm working on some videos of stuff. I'm getting there, folks. I'm getting there. I'm getting my stuff together, James. I'm getting organized. I'm getting my stuff together.
Nice.
I'm gonna start doing some stuff. So, but thank you guys as always. Remember to keep your magic at the ready, because around here you never know when you're gonna need it. Because magic
fuckery is always out of foot.
We could always use some magic. Who can't use magic? But until next time, guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one. We fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong. We will not quake. Fate on repeat. Stand strong over the snowstorm. Running on and on. We stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm. Through the wire winds, the shadows are calling.